All right, and we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight, episode 34, and we're back in the Bone Brambles. When we last left our adventurers, they were exploring the maze of bloody, bony, brambly things, searching for the Night Hag, Red Ruth. And just as they were approaching the center of the maze, they were attacked by 3 shambling mounds. So
Giga.
also known as Shamblers. And instead of saying shambling mounds, I could describe them and say, from the brambles burst forth a large creature 10 feet in the air. At first, it looks like the forest itself is coming alive, but as it breaks through the brambles, you see a humanoid figure made up of vines and decaying, swampy masses of plant matter. And then another one, and then another one, as 3... Yeah, that was my nickname in high school.
By who, your mom?
And 3 shambling mounds, or 3 of these creatures, burst forth and begin to attack. Everyone roll initiative.
Is anyone else having trouble with table plop? I can't get this scene below. There we go. It's going.
I haven't even tried yet.
Oh, is it being shitty?
It was just going really slow for some reason. Are you in table plop, Nick?
Yep.
Tell me if you can see my token moving like in real time.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. It was a loading thing. Like I clicked it, I didn't see any loading icon, but it took like 30 seconds. Initiative.
I do have. You know, I know you're spoiled by Tabletop Simulator. I do have a whole bunch of maps loaded. Well, no, I don't. Just the one, I think.
I was the one who started with this thing, and no, I like it. I like it. It's great, except that it was lagging. I'm not insulting it. I mean, tabletop simulator lags sometimes too.
Oh, jeez, I added a whole bunch to this thing. So okay, but it's not lagging once it's loaded, right?
Like yeah. It's. I don't think it's a loaded. Oh, do you mean to this map?
Yeah, this Bone Brambles. I added like the fucking next like 3 locations.
Okay, well that might cause a little bit of lag, but like even the website itself was lagging when I tried to load it. So okay. I'm not using Google Roller because it always screws me. So I got my physical dice out for tonight.
Okay, awesome. We're
doing a combat. All right, initiative. Raxlor has a 12.
I have a 22.
Can you add yourself to initiative, or do I have to do that?
You have to do it unless we roll it in tabletop.
Okay.
Just so you know, I did use Google Dice Roller, and 22. So I get it. It screwed me. I don't want to go first.
True. It always does what you do.
All right, and Zoe, your turn. I wet myself.
Raxlor just squeaks. Help.
Welcome
back.
Welcome back. When you're ready, you can roll initiative.
Oh boy.
All right, these guys have a 12, so try to beat that. What was yours again, Rexlor?
12. -1 dex, if that's how you're doing it.
Oh, you're tied. Let's see how...
We're both -1?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how do you want to do it? That's literally completely tied. How do you want to do a tie break? Just roll a straight D20?
You roll a D20 and tell me the result, and I'll tell you if it beats me.
Oh, my... Okay, and okay, yeah.
Just
5.
20.
Rip.
8. You lose.
5. Damn it! Okay, question. I wasn't going to use this anyway, until not until I heard their result, but I was confident enough with the 12. When we're using inspiration, do you have to announce that before the roll, or can you use it after you roll before the result's determined?
I pretty much always allow inspiration as like a saving card, like, haha, you failed your last roll. Wait, inspiration, give me one more roll.
Me too, I was just making sure. I was actually thinking about that today because I really wanted to go first, 12.1. I really wanted to go first. And I was like, okay, if I roll really bad, I'm going to use that inspiration I got last session, but that wasn't enough. Wait, I have guidance on while I'm exploring the thing. Would guidance activate on my dexterity check?
On initiative?
It's an ability check.
Initiative is
dexterity check.
initiative is not an ability check.
It absolutely is.
By
It's a
the
dexterity
way,
check.
I got a 15.
Okay, how about
I've
this?
just been too busy laughing at you guys.
What do you have a 15, Scree?
15 initiative.
Okay, so I beat you. I mean, sorry, the Shambling Mound beat you by 3 because it got an 8 and you got a 5. I'll let you apply your guidance to that
What?
D20 roll.
No, nope. Veto.
Then
Guidance.
Then what do you want to apply it?
To my initiative, the 12. It's been established that I've been walking around this thing with guidance on, and I remembered that I can add it to initiative. It absolutely is straight up. I literally had an argument today about ability checks.
Holy shit.
I'm fresh on
Okay,
check.
But
you have to be constantly casting it. You can't be concentrating.
I thought you were pulling it out of your ass, but Google
Nope.
says that guidance does apply to initiative, just like a bard's jack of all trades.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Very few ways to get bonuses on initiative. Those
Jack,
are two.
wow, guidance bonuses initiative.
Bless
Holy
it.
shit, that's awesome. Okay, fine.
You could totally stack bless and guidance and jack of all trades.
Yeah, if it's raw, by all means, roll your d4.
So I am a 16, and can I edit? Oh, I can. Okay, that's scary. You can actually edit your own initiative.
Oops.
Holy shit.
Yes, 121. The Shambling Man has guidance too.
I mean, I can always just fudge my monster roll if I really want to be first. Okay, Zoe, what is your name? I mean, name. What is your...
My name is Zoe.
Actually, it's Zoe. I'm going to fix this.
No, this character is Zoe.
I'm fixing that. I think I messed it up in the original one, and so every time that I copy it to a new instance, I have to fix it again. Anyway, what is your initiative?
My total was 16. Oh, Zach, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Zach.
I forgot.
22. I mean, 2.
Nice.
I got a 2. 2 initiative, that's not even possible.
All right, battle begins, and you started off, Zoe. How would you like to act? The 3 shambling mounds shamble towards Raxlor. Hungry.
Has it been a long time since my character has peed?
Oh shit, that's a good question. What time is it?
Fuck, hold on, I got a phone call. I got a call.
Okay, go ahead. Phone call. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's okay. I need to determine the time anyway. You guys just woke up and came here, and it was like a couple hours before dawn even. So let's say it's like 6 a.m. Oops.
If we're still all alive and well after we beat up these shambling mountains, then we're basically visiting this
I'm back, sorry, it was Amanda.
At 6 in the morning. And yeah, no problem.
Raxlor motions to the party from in front as he turns on a dime and turns around and motions with his hand. He says, "Fall back!"
And how does Zoe react?
I want to go ahead and raise my middle finger and then proceed with the other hand. And that middle finger is raised at, Raxlor. And then proceed to cast Hex on B. Shambler B.
Okay.
And then Eldritch Blast.
And how does Hex work? Do I make a roll, or is it just Hexed?
It's Hexed. Period. I mean, it's Hexed.
All right, so B is
Which
Hex.
ability you're going to Hex?
Yep.
Oh, God.
For just meta for these, use Strength because they're probably going to be trying to grapple us.
Oh, good point.
Okay, Strength.
All
for
right.
a caster, you want Concentration so you can interrupt their spells easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shambler B is cursed with a Hex. That was your bonus action. As long as you're concentrating, you will deal 1d6 extra necrotic damage anytime you hit it with an attack.
Yep, so now I'm going to fire my first Eldritch Blast.
All right, make your attack roll.
17 plus. Shit, it's been a while since I've attacked on this character. I've got to look for it now. Fuck.
Spoiled by the good sheets.
Plus 7. So 24.
All right, that hits. Roll damage. You guys could totally remake your character sheets using those docs.
Yeah.
I thought about
okay.
it. Just haven't gotten around to it.
I'm not remaking. I'm not plugging everyone's character sheets.
Okay, so 13 plus 16 damage.
All right, 16 necrotic. Oh wait, force damage. 16.
No, okay.
Is that Oh, go ahead.
No, that was both of them combined. Sorry, I didn't realize we were separating it out. We have it in the past, or at least I haven't. So that was 13 force and 3 necrotic.
Awesome. Okay, so it takes that damage. Yeah, I mean the only real reason to separate it out is sometimes there's resistances and stuff.
I know. I'm just not used to doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the higher you get, the more there is stuff like that. So if you say it just saves me from. I'll ask even if it doesn't matter, just because I'm kind of in the habit of it. But yeah, in this case,
I need to get.
It takes full damage. So
I need to get in the habit of saying it. So okay, all right. Then I will whip my hand towards the other hand towards it out of the flipping Raxler off pose. Fire my second Eldritch Blast at.
All right, make your second attack roll.
$21.
All right, roll damage.
Shit. 14 force damage.
Nice.
Jeez.
3 necrotic.
All right.
Yeah, the first time my D10 rolled a 9, and then this round it was a 10.
All right, nice damage. Okay.
I thought so.
And-
Hold on. Then
Uh-huh.
I scoot.
Nice. Okay, and Raxlord, it's your turn.
Raxlor shrugs as Zoe flips him off and blasts the thing, and then shakes his head as she runs off, and raises his Heaven's Fall. Actually, yeah, he's got Heaven's Fall. He put the sword away. He would have his mace and shield out. But I was thinking it'd be awesome if he was still carrying the sword, and he's like, "I'm gonna hack me some binds."
You have it. You're carrying.
I have it.
You can switch
But I have my other weapon drawn.
Yeah, you have a shield on too.
Yeah. Maybe these things. Well, let me see. Do I think that slashing damage would be any more effective against these than a mace?
Make a nature check.
That is 13.
13. You don't think it has any special melee immunities?
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and use my mace then. I raise my Heaven's Fall to the sky.
You do know with a 13, you also know that it's resistant to resistance/immune to certain elemental types.
Okay, that's what I figured. It's not a fiend or an undead, is it?
No, it's a plant.
Okay, plant. Okay, I figured. Oh, speech of beast and leaf. No.
one of the very few plant creatures in the game, actually, and
Technically,
possibly the strongest one, I think.
Technically, I could talk to it, but I think we're probably just gonna blast them. I whisper to it as I raise my hammer, and I say, "Flee from here, or we'll defoliate you and eat your flesh," which is actually plants. So it's like technically vegetarian. And on technically vegetarian, I go technically vegetarian, and I swing my mace down, and that is a 17 to hit.
17 hits. Roll damage.
All right, 17 to hit with no bonus radiant damage is 9 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then, as he says, technically a vegetarian, and crushes a lump of vine, he winks and disappears from sight. as he turns invisible with his hidden step. And then moves 5, 10, 20.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
We need to do a Weird Al version of the Metallica song Sanitarium, but make it vegetarian. I feel the eye of Ulrich. I feel the eye of Ulrich starting to pan in my direction. Better take that ring off now. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Royalties. Okay, so you just attacked it. Just that one. Why was there no radiant damage?
It's not a fiend or.
Oh, that's why you were asking. Okay, so no. Okay, radiant damage is just a bonus on fiends. All right, so your mace crashes down, and as you threaten it and tell it to ward off, it creaks and groans at you like the vines creak and groan, and it doesn't respond, but it's not running away.
Just FYI, you don't. Not that you. I know you're, but I just wanted to make sure you know that's not just me talking to it. I'm using speech of beast and leaf, and I can communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants.
Yeah,
kind of like I do with everything. I was just making sure you remember that. But yeah, I mean that's an appropriate response.
Willie hears out. Willie don't care.
Perfect. I was just making sure.
If it could speak in some way, it would say something along the lines of, "This is my home. Get out, bitch."
Well, I can't understand it, so.
But that's what it probably would be saying with its creaking and groaning. Okay.
Question real quick before we move on.
I'm putting you as
whose
invisible.
turn is Happy going on?
Sorry, what?
Thank you. Whose turn is Happy moving on before she gets crushed by a plant?
Oh, Zoe. It would be on Zoe's turn. So Zoe, if you want to say where she moves.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Actually,
obviously, Happy comes with me.
Cool. All right, and Scree, it is now your turn, and you're the closest one to the mountains. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Oh my gosh,
you have to know the commercial. That was a little obscure, or like a little abstract.
No, I got it.
Like an extra step. You have to know that Almond Joy's got nuts, mountains don't.
Yeah, I got it, but yeah. Goddamn, what is she, an alpha? Is she an alpha or a zoomer?
Zoomer.
Goddamn zoomers.
You're gonna say it either way.
Gen Z.
Hey, there's a Gen Z right here, and that's me. Now, anyways, Raxlor, do you want us to flee?
I think these things favored terrain, and I think it'll chase us as far as we try to flee to defend its home. So I think the only solution is to completely destroy them, but we should probably not make it easy for them by, backing off and kiting them a little bit, but not flee.
I see. Okay. I'm going to move right here and then attack this one. And then, no matter what the results are, I'm gonna move back 5, 10, 15 feet over here.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Gotcha.
You guys are all focusing on B, the hexed one, right?
That was the one I attacked, yes.
Okay.
$12 to hit.
Ooh, 12's gonna miss. What's your second attack roll?
Let's see.
So the arrow glides over its vines and disappears into the bramble.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah! Roll crit damage.
And this one, Planar Warrior.
Yes. All right, you activate Planar Warrior, and your second arrow plunges straight into what you perceive to be the heart of the beast. So roll double damage dice, and don't forget to add your flat bonus at the end too.
Gotcha.
And I know Planar Warrior is force, and then the rest is going to be magical piercing, and you can just combine it all and give it to me as one number.
Yes. And all of that is 12 force damage.
Oh, that's right. It's all force.
Yes.
12 total?
Yeah, I rolled kind of low.
Did you
No
roll
attack.
2d8s and 2d6s?
I rolled 3d8s because one was Planar Warrior.
Oh, Planar
But I
Warrior is a
haven't rolled.
d8? Sorry.
Yes.
So you actually double Planar Warrior too, because it counts as a damage dice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
That
roll another
with
one.
the 2d6?
Well, okay, go ahead and break down what you would normally roll before the critical hit.
Okay. With Planar Warrior, that's 1d8, and with my magic longbow, it's another d8.
And then what's your plus bonus?
Plus 2.
That's not right. Oh, plus 2 on the sword.
It's a,
Yeah, so
no,
you're...
I'm talking about my magic longbow, not the sword.
Sorry if I said sword. So
Yes.
plus 2 is the magical bonus, but then you also add your dexterity modifier to damage. So it should be your dexterity modifier plus 2 plus 2d8. No, sorry, plus 4d8. So you should have a total of 4d8s, and then add was your dex mod 4 or is it 5?
4.
Okay, so that's going to be plus 6. So that's 4d8 plus 6 is what you roll in total. So if you roll 3d8, just roll another d8 and then make sure you're at. And go ahead and tell me the results of those dice, and I'll just double check.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay, so that's 16 for all the dice, and then
There you go.
plus there. Fix that. So that's like 22 damage total.
There you
Holy
go. That's it. That's what a crit should look like.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a good DM.
I just knew
Thank you.
I knew 12 was almost impossible. You'd have to roll like 4 ones.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I mean, that can happen, but very rare. So, all right. So your arrow plunges into the beast, dealing 22 damage. It does not yet look bloodied, or the plant equivalent of bloodied.
Oh boy.
And now it's the Shambling Mound's turn, and they're ready to shamble. So you shamble 5, 10, 15,
Shamble on my
20.
wayward shrub.
There he is, right there. Ah.
Their maximum speed is 20, so all we have to do is kite them through this thing and blast them as we run away.
Let me see if there's anything he's got. No.
Okay, you know what? I am going to tell you this because this gets me every freaking time I'm using slow monsters, including, and I have to say this because I'm about to tell you how to get us.
Okay.
Those stupid fungus monsters, their speed is literally 5, and they're like creeping forward 5. Somehow you guys fought them. That's why I didn't use this. And I was like, it's fine. Dash. Speed is 20, but they can dash.
Duh. They can't attack,
So,
but at least they're up in range. So,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. They do need to dash. Actually, I had thought about that previously. I just wasn't thinking about it now. It's easy to forget. But that's still as far as it can go. Wait, no, these guys can burst through the walls. Blah! Blah! There, so this guy dashed to go around, but now this guy can attack straight.
Oh.
Yeah, they just burst through these walls. How about that? There you go. Now it's like a Michael Myers thing. Like you're faster than them, but they can just crash through the walls. The Shambling Mound C lashes out.
Oh yeah!
With its slam.
No, man.
With a slam attack. So that's going to be 23 to hit.
Thank you, Jake.
All right.
I don't feel quite as stupid.
Scree takes. Did I miss a joke?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kool-Aid Man. Yeah.
And then you went raw, and it's like, no, you fucking dork.
Kool-Aid. Sorry, I'm also trying to calculate the damage against Will. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I was like giving you a hard time.
Which is 11, by the way. You take 11 bludgeoning damage from the monster.
Okay, that's not as horrible as I thought it was gonna be.
But that's its first attack. Now it's making its second attack.
Oh! Never mind!
Oh, and that's going to be a miss. Just to double check, does 15 miss?
That misses.
If both attacks hit a medium or smaller target, then it engulfs you. So, But it has to hit with both. That's an interesting mechanic. All right, and then A is going to attack Happy because there she is right there. Attacks Happy. And
Fuck.
what is
You're
Happy?
trying to kill Happy off so I don't have to deal with it. You don't have to either.
What's Happy's
you
armor
fucking
class?
Did.
Let's see. Happy's armor class is 12. I have that recorded. And it hits. Oh, no.
Oh no!
What's her hit points? Hold on.
Happy!
Let me go pull up Tressum. Pull up a Tressum, so... I'll give her maximum hit points. Unless I have them already. Hold on. Tressa. Oh wait, no, she has hit points. Wait. She does have hit points already, and it's 6. 6 hit points. Okay, well let's roll damage. 2d8. Plus 4. The Shambling Mound reaches out with its vines and crashes down on Happy, and Happy lets out a yowl as she falls from the air unconscious onto the ground.
Unconscious or dead? Was it massive damage?
Unconscious.
Okay.
Happy, no!
She's not dead.
I know.
Well,
But
she's
it's
unconscious.
It's still sad.
And the Shambling Mound shambles over her body, but it doesn't eat her. Instead, it makes its second slam attack against Zoe. For 26. So, while standing over Happy's corpse, it brings down a heavy branch on Zoe. Body, sorry. Her unconscious, but still very alive.
Yeah, I can see where your mind is going.
It could eat her right now, but it's not because it sees something juicier, which is you. And you take, wait, how much? 8 plus, hold on, what's this damage? Plus 4, 12 damage. And it only hit you once, so it does not have a chance to engulf. And that is the mound's turn. And now it's Zoe's turn for revenge.
Could you bring somebody back to 1 HP on the same turn? Like the red turn?
Any healing used on an unconscious ally will bring them back up.
So I was trying to remember.
Happy's not dead. I'm running PC rules for Happy, so Happy has to fail 3 death saves, or then you can just, recover her.
Go grab Happy and cast Fly. Grab Happy and fly. Yeah, these
Fly.
things can.
Oh shit!
These things can. Oh, they can blast through the walls. Cool. Grab Happy, fly straight up, and then just blast them. Or what? Yeah, go ahead.
Or I can run over, heal Happy, and then Happy's turn, which follows right after mine, he can fly the fuck away. Then
you're gonna cast Fly on Happy.
Happy can fly.
Oh, yeah, true. Good point. Yeah, Happy probably should have done that in the first place.
Yeah, he could have flown straight up after.
Yeah.
I honestly though, I would cast Fly on you and Scree, and both of you just fly straight up on your turn. Scree can dash as a free action. Someone has to heal Happy. Do we feed potions as a free action or as a bonus action?
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of turns of death saves, as Nick already said, so it's canon. And I have 2 free slots for casting that heal.
Here's what I would do.
That's right. You have Cure Wounds or Healing Word.
Yeah, Cure Wounds is a bard spell, and I haven't touched my bard spell slots.
Here's what I would do, and this is totally my opinion. Shit, I don't know. Because you can't cast Fly and then disengage in the same turn. Scree can, but you can't. Okay. No, both of them are provoking opportunity attacks against you.
Disengage action.
Yeah, but so Fly is an action, though. I was thinking...
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say what I was thinking, but this would require you taking 2 opportunity attacks. Have we been hit by them yet? Has anyone been hit?
Yeah, I've been hit once.
How much did they hit you for?
12. But that was only one arm or whatever.
So when they make an opportunity attack, they can't do the grapple thing. They have to. They can only make one attack. They can't do their multi-attack when they opportunity attack. They could technically swap it with a grapple. Let me just propose my thing, and you can go from there. My proposition is, which is flawed, cast Fly on you and Scree. You leave me here. I'm the melee. I'm about to do a thing on my turn anyway. Cast Fly on the 2 ranged people.
Don't worry, I was going to leave you there anyways.
We don't want you guys to get beaten on. Then you grab Happy, fly straight up. Now you've got Happy safe. You can cast Cure Wounds next round, or Medicine check, while you got her in your arms. But that requires you taking an opportunity attack from both of these things. But even if you stay on the ground, you still have
I'm going
a
to take
chance
more damage. If I'm in room, in range, I'm going to take more damage over multiple turns than 2 opportunity attacks now. And that's the truth, and I can survive that.
And plus, on Scree's turn, they would also be able to fly up with a disengage, so it would just leave me. I'm probably going to get butt blasted, but that's fine as long as you guys can kill him.
2 things. 1, Fly is a concentration, so I would have to drop my hex. But it's probably worth it in this situation.
I would say worth it in this situation. If we could have kept kiting them, but we're super cornered, and if they just keep beating on us, we have 2 ranged characters. That's not going to be good. I would say drop it. The only other problem with that, when you get hit by them, if they deal damage, you might have a chance to drop Fly. So this is all a risk. It's all up to the dice. There is no safe answer, but...
Yeah, but I could step away 1 square and take the opportunity attacks, fly, and then fly up.
Oh.
True. Trigger the opportunity attack first. Yeah. That part, oh my gosh, perfect. Ugh. But Scree, though. Okay.
Me.
At least step to here. I can't ping. At least step to here to trigger this opportunity attack, right? And then you only have to deal with this one. Because you have to be in range of Scree to touch them to cast
Where
Fly.
exactly did you ping again?
So if you move from where you are to where... you can't end your turn where I am, though.
Well, wait. You can only get 1 opportunity attack, so why don't you move out of range, then move back in range, then touch Scree, then fly on yourself, and then fly up 40 feet?
I mean, if you guys can't figure this out, I can just Misty step over my turn.
Oh, that's right.
That also is, but you have to be able to see the spot you're teleporting to. That won't get too far.
Shit. Yeah.
We're mostly trying to get you both permanently out of range up into the sky. With Happy. 3 of you are trying to get escaped.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that, because I'm sure they'll attack you when you move out of range. They're not going to strategically think, he's not beguiling us, he's not going to go, haha, but if you do that, I'm going to hold my opportunity attack until you...
No, I know.
Since you guys are all adjacent, if you want to do a combo where Raxlor grabs Happy, tosses her to Zoe, and then Zoe does whatever you could, because you're adjacent to Happy.
But Happy can still wait and make it a couple of turns safely.
Yeah.
And I can always fly back down and heal that.
You might as well, because you're either way, you're going to have to do that. There's no getting away from this. It's just a question of whether you bring Happy or not. That's not
if you left Happy on the ground and it can't reach you guys, then it might decide to chomp on the kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't have to worry about Happy. That's part of that plan. Unless you decide not to do the fly plan, then it's up to you. But I would recommend. I don't care about Happy. I'm just trying to get our two ranged casters out of range, and Happy is a happy accident.
All right, so I'm going to take how many opportunity attacks? 2 from that one and that one?
Regardless, that's what's going to happen. If you think you can trigger him early before you cast Fly, that's what I would do, just to see what happens. That's a good idea.
I'm going to take a step back, trigger those opportunity attacks.
Okay, so...
I hold my opportunity attack!
You have to move here, because otherwise this one's still in range of you.
I have to move where? No, but I'm not flying up yet. I'm going to move back into range, touch Scree.
Right, but you have to move to... It doesn't really matter because you're moving back, but right there you're still in range. You have to move to here in order to exit their threatened range.
Yeah, but then I'm going to not have enough movement speed left to fly up high enough.
No, because you can count it as diagonal. I mean, there's a wall there, but
that's... not and grab Happy. I'd have to do like this. Grab Happy, which triggered the first opportunity attack, grab Happy, and then step back, trigger the second opportunity attack,
You'd be fine.
Step.
You go diagonal up, that's 5. Diagonal back down, that's 10 total. Right 1, that's 15 total, and now you've got 45 speed to fly straight up.
Oh yeah, I was doing the math. 45 speed to fly straight up.
Yeah, you
I
have
thought I would.
you have 60 feet. Yeah, speed with.
Oh, my bad. I've been calculating this all wrong. Okay, all right. So I am going to go ahead and I go, aha, like that, and I'll take some opportunity attacks.
And they both lunge at you with their vines, but you dive out of their way just in time.
What,
Both
no
miss.
opportunity attacks?
Both opportunity attacks miss. I got
You actually rolled them?
Yeah, they were. I rolled them while you guys were talking about 5, 10, 15 feet. One got a 3
Okay.
and one got a 2, so you definitely.
No worries.
It's a 10 and a
All right.
9.
So all of that was for naught because I could have just taken the opportunity cast fly and then done the opportunity attacks.
Yes,
Yeah, but I
it was
didn't
it
tell
was
you.
a risk. It was a
No, I
calculated
know.
risk.
I know. I'm just playing.
If
All
you
right,
drop
then
fly, we'd be screwed.
I step back in and I grab Happy, and then I cast Fly on Scree and me.
All right, you and Scree begin to float into the air.
Raxlor
Still have
says, "Farewell, friends. It was good knowing ye."
No, you ain't dying on my watch.
Raxlor shakes his head. He says, Get the sword. Destroy Zariel."
No! Not without you, Raxlor!
"I'll be fine. I'll return to nature where I belong."
Oh no!
No! You can't do that!
He says, "It's already been done," as his shield starts to glow red.
Okay, hold on. I'm having a brain fart real fast. I wanted to make sure I did everything right. My hex was a bonus. My hex was a bonus action on last turn, and that Eldritch Blast is treated like it's a cantrip. So now casting Fly,
Which is an action.
that means I've only used one spell slot.
You've used Hex and Fly, which was 2 total spell slots.
But Hex counts as a. Oh, but it does use a spell slot. That's why I was getting confused.
Right.
I was thinking bonus, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, okay, good. I had marked down 2 spell slots, but then I was doing the spell text when I was looking at Fly, and then I got confused.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. I'm good. All right, so I've used both of those. All right. So I grab Happy, I cast Fly on Scree and myself, and then I fly straight up the 40 feet, or however many I have left, 45.
From
Well,
up.
I should have 50 left, because I went 1, 2.
I also fly up 30 feet into the air.
I keep trying to draw nifty lines on it, like on, Tabletop Simulator, so I could, but it's...
Yeah. Next time I have to load a map, I'll try to do Tabletop Simulator. Of course, this says...
There's tools on here to draw, too. I just never use them, and I couldn't even remember how to get to them.
It's a little funky. What am I looking up? Oh, yeah. Okay, so from up here in the air, you can see the center of the maze. You can see that you are indeed almost...
Not in the first place!
Almost at the center. Yeah, yeah, just fly over the whole thing.
Oh my god, yeah, I could have flied 2 people, waited until you found, and then gave the okay, and then flown me in the last person.
Raxlor now realizing with a tear streaming down his cheek.
That's
it's like the My Little Pony episode when they're falling out of the training camp for Rainbow Dash, and they catch Fluttershy, and then they look at her and glare because she has wings, and she's like, oh, she forgot she could fly. And was falling down.
Yeah, more like the entrance area where the brambles are thicker. I probably would have said that it was like more like a tunnel and you couldn't see down. But the center of the center area, it looks to me like these walls are thin enough that it would definitely be like you could look down and see.
Yeah, we could have just, oh my god. Oh well, but we wouldn't have picked up that bag that's definitely not going to eat, Scree's hand.
Yeah.
Or seeing that shaft just...
Sus.
Okay,
Blow
and I guess that ends my turn. I am flying high with a Happy in one arm, and I hope you guys know that after this, my next, motivation before I resume my main character's motivation is going to be to build a special, armored harness bag thing that I can throw Happy in when I'm in fights and stuff, just in case. All right, I'm done with my turn. Sorry that took so long. Sorry, guys.
No
It's okay.
problem. Okay, so you are floating about 50 feet in the air, well out of reach of the Shambling mounds. You are holding Happy, and Scree is not yet flying, but is like floating off the ground slightly. So on Scree's turn, he will be able to fly up into the air. And
Yep.
now,
Sorry, I accidentally moved my token. I moved it back. That was just a mistake.
Sure. Okay, and Raxlor, it is your turn.
Raxlor steps forward and puts a hand on Scree's shoulder and says, "If I don't make it, tell my wife."
You have a wife?
No, I don't.
What?
So first you have to find her. Find your wife posthumously. But also don't forget to get the diamond off my corpse and get me revived. And
Okay.
he
I'm
raises...
like, what? I can't hear you up here. Oh, well, must not be important.
Okay, so you look down and you just hear
Diamond,
me
eh?
mumbling to Scree, and then he raises his shield in the air and plants his feet firmly on the ground as he blasts his shield on the ground, and he whispers to Valrog, he says, "Valrog, old friend, I need a favor." And his shield grows bright red as a ring of fire surrounds him and Scree and burns the plant creatures away. 20 feet high, 5-foot diameter wall of fire appears. I cast Wall of Fire.
Okay, so that uses 2 of the 3 charges that the shield has, which they regenerate each day. It's a DC 21 save, and it will last for 1 minute with no concentration. 21 DC. Cool. All right, let me pull up Wall of Fire.
21 DC for each of them, a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
And if they succeed, they take half damage. On a failure, they take 5d8, which I will go ahead and collect and roll whilst you roll those saves.
All right, it can be up to 60 feet. It's 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, and 60 feet long.
It is
And,
it is circular surrounding the 4 of us, so that if the plants want to get in range to attack me, they have to be standing in it. But it's including Scree, so Scree doesn't get burned.
Cool.
So half that size.
Hold on. Yeah, the drawing tool sucks.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a yellow. You have to do everything in order. Come
Yeah.
on, man. It's like it's not saving the color. Okay, hold on. There it is. All right. And it's around you guys. Something like that.
So they take the damage when they end their turn in it, or at the begin when I cast it. So starting their turn, they won't take additional damage, but they will if they end their turn. So they could technically all attack me once and then move away if they want to. They could also probably grapple me and drag me out of it. So there, if you're moving it.
Okay, it's like trying to snap to some grid that I don't even know what it is.
Well,
Oh,
grid
I
snap
get-
is fine. Snap it on me.
Well, then I guess I have to. I can't adjust it. This is look. This is what it's doing.
Yeah.
I can't even move it. Okay, we remember that it's there. It's surrounding you guys, like you said.
It's the 4 squares surrounding us. Yeah, that's
Sure. Okay. When the wall appears, each creature within its area, that's all of them, must make a dexterity saving throw, and then they take some damage. So that's going to be 3 dex saves. 1, 2, 3. They've got a -1 to dex, so that's going to be fail, fail, fail. One of them got a 20, but 20 minus 1 is 19, and natural 20 doesn't do anything on a save.
Well, that's going to be 18 fire damage to
Oh,
all 3 of them.
21 DC. That's impossible for them to win because they're a -1. Even if they roll a natural 20, they lose no matter what. All right, you want to roll damage on that?
18 fire damage.
18.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1 sec. So 18 to all of them. Shambler B is now bloodied. You see bits of vine and sap crumbling off of its body.
It is fire damage, to be clear. I'm not sure if they're weak to it, but I'm just reminding you it is fire damage, obviously.
Oh, that's right. They're actually resistant to it.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, if you hadn't mentioned that, then I wouldn't have to remember and have the damage. So.
I mean, I knew that they were partially immune or resistant to types of damage. I would just assume fire is the other one, but I've played a Shambling Mound before.
Yeah, so they are resistant to fire damage, but that's still 9 damage for each, so not too bad. And that one is still bloodied. And make a... I believe it's Wisdom saving throw to see if you spontaneously turn evil.
I will gladly do that, but I thought we determined that the spells being cast from the magic item don't count.
Oh shit, you're right. No, they don't. They don't. Do not roll. Do not roll. You were talking to him, so that's what was making me think that. But no, we decided that doesn't work. Technically, you don't actually have to talk to him to activate it. So
I actually thought that too as I was saying it, but I had already determined that's what I was going to say, and I was like, wait, I don't need to talk to that. But I was like, whatever. I'm still asking him. I'm about to die probably. So.
Oh, what's your current hit points?
I mean, I got 46. I'm not
okay.
dire, but I've got 3 Shambling Mounds that are about to be focused firing on me.
Only
so
on you, yeah.
not high hopes.
Yeah, they've got engulfed too. You know how that works.
Yeah, the flames rise up from around Raxlor, whoosh, and when you look into his eyes, you see nothing but the flames around him reflecting the Shambling Mounds, and he says, "I return to Mieliki in the fires of Avernus, as it should be."
And the laughter of Valrog echoes in your mind as well as the Shambling Mounds as the fire bursts forth and singes them. You can tell that their swampy nature provides them some resistance to the fire, but they're still quite damaged by it.
And I believe I end my turn. I don't...
Oh yeah, you're no longer hidden.
Yeah, yeah. It ended at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, okay.
Let me check something just real quick.
Scree, you're going to be next as soon as, but I'm waiting for Raxlor to finish up.
Just see. Don't think. Just seeing if there's anything else I can do before I get booty blasted.
Hmm.
Can you call it, I guess?
I guess I got like potions and magic items and stuff. What have I got here?
Yeah, you guys have been hoarding magic items since Elturel.
Yeah,
Time to burn some.
Just checking to see if there's any I can burn.
It's just like how I play regular games.
Now, I don't have anything, so I hold up my shield and ready myself.
Until I decide it's a bad idea, you guys can drink potions as bonus action.
Yeah, I'm not wasting one right now. I'll probably
if that really fucks me eventually, then I'm gonna say it has to be a full action. But
it's blocked by them being consumable. That's really the biggest limiting factor. If we started like crafting potions, maybe.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I just told Amanda about how we realized, because I had already told her about the bone brambles, and I showed her some of the feet and stuff earlier, and I said we just realized that we could have just skipped the whole thing and just flown straight there because I have the fly spell, and she just shook her head and walked out of the room.
Wow, that would have collapsed 2 sessions down into one, real quick. We fly over the bone brambles, we look for any loot, we swoop down and grab it.
Yeah. Oh well, so good thing I'm such a terrible player.
Rip. Well, at least you learned something today.
No kidding.
I
I'm
learned
glad
something
I learned. But that would have sucked. Think about it. How many hours you spent into finding a map that would work for this, and we just flew.
Yeah, I would have.
You'd have been like, no, there's an anti-magic ore that doesn't allow flying.
When you fly up, the red fog is so thick that you can't see through it. There's always a way.
Anyways, I'll be quiet until my turn again. Sorry. I had to tell you guys.
Scree, it is now your turn. And you're
First of all,
you're flying, but you're still at ground level.
Yes, I would like to fly 30 feet up into the air.
Okay. When you do that, you're leaving their range of attack. But since Zoe already ate opportunity attacks from... Oh, wait. No, that was 2 of them. But look, number C, though. C didn't make an opportunity attack.
Uh-oh.
So you are going to take 1 opportunity attack as you fly up.
Okay.
So the other 2 have already used... So it's actually a creature uses their reaction when they do an opportunity attack. So B and A no longer have their reaction. C does. So he lashes a tendril out towards you, and it misses you as you swoop out of his way, and you're now flying 30 feet in the air, looking down at the Shambling Mounds, which look up at you, growling, and then when they realize that there's only one more creature on the ground, they all turn their gaze towards Raxlor.
Not the gaze.
Seeing that my friend is very much in danger, I am going to burn a funny little magic item. That being my little yellow elemental gem, which
shit.
It summons an earth elemental. Hold on. I just use my action to break the gem, and the elemental is summoned as if you have casted Conjure Elemental spell. And it only works once.
So what I would do with that...
Yeah.
Oh, we get a token. I have a Ring of Fire around me, so you don't want to summon it right next to me. You probably want to summon it on the other side of one of those things somewhere.
Yeah, I was thinking like either right here or right here.
So the Wall of Fire deals damage to any creatures within 10 feet of it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think those are probably good spots. You just want to make sure it's not taking fire damage. It's large, so it's 2x2 squares.
Okay, good to know. Should I put it by C and A or B and C? I'm asking for you guys as advice because I know B is already like somewhat damaged, but
yeah, probably not B because then it would have trouble getting through us.
Got it. What is that?
There's your earth elemental.
Okay, put him right here. And
here?
Yes.
Shouldn't it be 2x2?
Oh, is it large?
Yeah, Earth Elemental is.
Rawr.
Is it actually an Earth Elemental?
Yes.
Jesus, those things are CR5.
Oh.
And I command them to attack the mouse. Get him! Get him! Get him, earthy boy!
Do you know whose turn it attacks on?
Let me check.
I think it rolls initiative. It's not controlled by you. It just is friendly and
it just says it's friendly and obeys verbal command.
It does specifically say initiative.
Oh, okay.
Then it rolls its own initiative.
Yeah, roll initiative for the elemental, which has its own turns.
Okay, give me just a minute. What's that Earth Elemental's initiative modifier? You just look at Dex.
Let me see. I have so many tabs open right now. It's not even funny.
I bet I win.
Oh my god. Let me see. Where? -1.
Okay, so it rolled a 12 minus 1, so that is 11.
Oh.
Cool. So it will go, but it's going to go at the end. Okay, so you pull out your... Oh, come on. Now it's disconnected me. Okay, so you pull out...
It disconnected me too.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's just crappy servers.
You were saying...
Okay, so what's the item again? You want to emote how you use it?
Yes, I dig through my bags frantically and I pull out a small little gem which I have labeled emergency gem, and I crack it and I throw it onto the ground like a Pokeball.
You throw the gem onto the ground, and it cracks open, and magically a 10-foot tall creature made of pure earth forms, and it roars before it bows toward you, ready to accept your commands.
Get them! Get them! Get those shambling mounds! Destroy them!
It roars in agreement with you as it turns its gaze towards the shambling mounds.
And thank you very much, you good sir. Or ma'am. I don't know if elementals have, like, genders, but yeah.
Let's see if I can add it. Character. Yeah. Check that out. On the fly. There you go.
Ooh.
There's your earth elemental. He's actually too big.
Ye-
Let me just shrink him a little bit. And that is him. Earthy
that's
guy.
showing as tiny to me.
Huh?
It's showing as a super tiny E in a circle to me.
I see.
Can you reload the page? Because I just went and added it as a resource.
Oh,
I was gonna say I suddenly got kicked and I had to reconnect.
yeah, there it goes.
Oh, there he is. Hi, big boy.
Rah! The earth elemental stands there facing it down both of the shambling mounds. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, now it's the shambling mound's turn. And B is going to attempt to engulf Raxlor. So it moves forward and tries to cover him with its body of leaves and vines. It says the shambling mound engulfs a medium or smaller creature grappled by it. Oh, I have to grapple you first. Oh, the shambling mound makes 2 attacks. If both attacks hit, then it's grappled, and it uses its engulf on you. Okay. Yeah, right. So I don't even do engulf as an action. That's just triggered if I hit you successfully twice. I guess I could just use my whole action to try to grapple you once, but that seems dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see if I hit you. Okay, so it's going to make its first slam attack against Raxlor, and that is a 16, so that misses. Attempts to slam him again, and this one is 19, which also misses.
Raxlor holds his ground as the tendrils slap him into the shield, as the hissing of the vines burns in the fire. You'll have to do better than that.
And you wheel around, protecting yourself from the back as Shambler A begins attacking you as well. Its first swipe is 21. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Oh, that hits.
No.
Roll damage. And that's going to be 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And the second hit is a 26.
Also hits.
Oh, now it's going to try to engulf you, but first the damage. That's going to be 12 damage.
All right.
Bludgeoning damage, and now it's going to try to use engulf. So, you are now grappled. If both hit, you're auto-grappled. So you are now grappled by Shambler A, and now it uses its engulf ability on it. The shambling mound engulfs a smaller creature grappled by it, and you are now blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. And you make a Constitution saving throw at the start of the mound's turn or take extra damage. So you don't take any extra damage right now, but if you're still engulfed the next time that its turn comes up, which you can try to escape on your turn, then it'll do damage to you. So you are currently engulfed by Mound A.
All right.
And Shambling Mound C, seeing your body disappear into A and seeing the other creatures floating in the air, turns its rage towards this earth elemental, which is intruding on its territory. And earth elemental armor class is 17, so that's going to be 1 miss and 1 hit. And the earth elemental takes 17 damage. and its maximum hit points are 126. So it's doing pretty well. Elemental 17. Great, and now it's the Earth Elemental's turn to get revenge. Oh,
Hell
sorry.
Are they all still in the wall of fire?
Oh, that's right. When does that damage happen?
Now.
All
End of their
right.
turn.
All right, roll damage.
Nice.
They all take instantly, no save. 25 rounded down would be 12 fire damage.
Nice. So with their resistance, they take 12 damage each from the wall of fire. And they roar in agony as their turn ends. And the Earth Elemental says, "Get ready for some more pain." And it's going to... does the Earth Elemental, do you issue it any commands other than just attack? Or does it just act on its own? Or do you specifically control it?
Let me see.
It would be on the Earth Elemental gem. It would describe it. I think you just
It would be on
summon
the
it and
spell.
it's your ally and I control it. But
You cast it
Yeah.
as if Conjure Elemental, so it follows
Yeah.
the rules of Conjure Elemental.
I don't remember what those rules are. I'll look it up. Okay, you call forth an elemental servant, 5 or lower. It's friendly to you for the duration. It has its own initiative and turns. It obeys any verbal commands. And if you don't tell it to do anything, then it just defends itself. If your concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control of it. Does it say anything about concentration on the gem?
Let me see. It does not say anything about concentration. It just says the elemental summoned as if you cast
it does.
Conjure Elemental.
So it does require concentration. So just keep in mind that if your
Okay.
concentration breaks, it will become hostile to you.
Gotcha.
So just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, so it's the Earth Elemental's turn now, and let me look at its attacks. Okay, so Earth Elemental. So you can tell it if you want it to do anything specific. So far, you've just told it to attack these guys. So let's see. Oh, it has Earth Glide. It can burrow through unworked earth and stone. So it can literally just travel through the ground if it wants. And it deals double damage to objects and structures, which these guys are not objects. And it has a double attack slam with a +8 to hit. So let's do both of those attacks. All right, so that's a +8, so that is a 9. That's a miss. And a 14, which is also a miss.
Oh,
Unfortunately, both of its attacks miss. And now it is Zoe's turn.
Hold on, guys.
Sure. So it swiped its rocky arms at Shambling Mound C, and it missed with both of them, but it seems to have the attention of C. I'm playing exciting battle music, but it's...
I'm sorry
you can only
because
hear it on the stream.
Katie needed something. I mean, it was outside. All right, it's my turn.
Yep, it is your turn. You're floating in the air about 20 or 30 feet above the monsters.
It was Monster A that hit Happy, right?
Yes.
And Monster B is damaged very heavily.
Correct.
Technically, they're all just kind of massed in a giant mound.
Mm-hmm.
But also A is engulfing me, so, I mean, as long as you don't attack C, I don't really care.
Yeah, okay, so I am going to Eldritch Blast. Shit. Sorry, I keep having switch between tabs. A. An Eldritch Blast. A.
All right, make your attack roll.
$26.
Yay!
I swear I don't cheat, guys.
Not a crit though.
No, it was a 19.
Okay. Make roll damage.
Six damage.
Okay, and then are you doing another
Second
blast?
beam. Yeah, I'm rolling my second beam. I only get 2 blasts, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about how I read it, but I wasn't sure. 17. I rolled a 10.
That hits. Roll damage.
Nine damage.
Nice. Still can't believe that guidance applies to initiative. Blows my mind. All
Wow.
this time.
You were doing that in, I think in the jungle. You were like, I'm just always casting guidance, so if something happens, I have it on me.
Yeah, but
And
we
I
didn't
think
know
you
it
applied-
applied to initiative.
I think it did a couple times.
It's possible we might have realized that before.
What
It sounds kind of familiar.
the trick for that is you make the character roll a perception check first, and then they'll try and use guidance on that, and then you surprise them. But you didn't have a perception check because I just couldn't see them. You said they just burst out. So
Yep. Yeah, that's right. No chance to detect them, so. Awesome. Okay, is that your turn, Zoe?
Yes, and now this is when Happy has to roll the first death save, right?
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, so you can roll it. So roll a d10.
Yeah, you said that a little bit.
do you have any do you have any health potions? You could feed her one as a bonus action. You still have your bonus action.
It's a bonus action?
Yeah, we determined
I
that.
mean, not by the rule book, but I said it's okay for right now if you guys do that. If you guys find a way to really make it overpowered, then I'll make it back to an action. But I think potion should be a bonus action.
I completely agree, but I do
Ditto
not
in
have
my game.
any potions. I have one potion, and it's the red maze potion that we have to figure out what it is. So I do
Oh,
not have
no.
one potion.
Do you
That's okay,
resist?
because next turn, I can always, if I need to in a turn or two, I can always stabilize her instead of taking a turn. And I roll a d20, right?
Are
For
you
the death save?
yes, d20 for Happy's death save.
Because you said a d10 earlier. I was like, wait.
Sorry, DC 10. If you get a 10 or higher, then you get a
Okay,
success.
that makes sense. I rolled a 12.
Awesome. So that's one success for Happy. So she's working towards stabilization.
I am glaring at that Shambler so hard that dead creatures past the horizon can see it and feel the shiver down their spine.
You can feel Happy still breathing in your arms, so it doesn't seem like she's slipping away just yet.
Yes. Anyways, that's all my turn.
All right, Raxlor, it is your turn. You get to make a strength check to escape the grapple before you do anything else. And
free?
I think it says.
Usually that's an act.
Oh. Well, okay, hold on. Let me. I mean, it has an escape DC. I guess you have to try to escape the grapple.
It usually says can escape the grapple as an act, or I guess if it's just a grapple.
Oh, I guess. Okay, yeah, okay. So, hold on. It must succeed a DC Constitution saving throw at the start of each of the mound's turn or take damage. Oh, that's different. That's different. Okay, sorry. So, on its turn, you make a con save to see whether or not you take damage. On your turn, you can use your action to try to escape the grapple.
Got it. Okay.
And it's the same DC either way. But technically, you don't have to try to escape the grapple. You are restrained. Oh my god, where is it? Blinded and restrained and unable to breathe. But you can hold your breath for probably a couple minutes. So, I mean...
So Raxlor Raxlor looks at the situation around him. He sees that eventually these
No, you
mounds will
don't.
be
All you see is vines.
I have blind.
Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah,
shit, you're right.
Oh,
Vines and fire.
oh, is it my turn? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just thinking what I'm going to do on my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay. He feels around, he senses around, he hears his own heartbeat throbbing in his ears as his blood is pouring out of him. He senses the vine creatures closing in on him, and he knows that he's probably not going to survive, even if, like, the chances of killing those mounds while they're basically eating him, even if he were to cast, like, an upcast Cure Wounds on himself, that's just too much for him to take. But he has a chance, and he does have a way to heal himself, but he cares more about his friends than himself, so he begins to cast Spirit Guardians, which would AoE the enemies and try and kill them before they kill him, but he realizes that's not going to be enough to save himself, and he would rather make sure his friends escape safely, and hopefully defeat the creatures. You guys are flying, so you'll be fine. I'm the only one in danger. So I cast Aura of Vitality. It's concentration for 1 minute. Components verbal. Healing energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the area, including yourself, to regain 2d6 hit points. And I cast Aura of Vitality, and my hand glows, and the aura's magic begins to encircle me, and then it shoots up and hits Happy. And Happy heals for 12 hit points. That's 2 6s. That would have been a great heal on myself.
Happy
You
pops
hear
up.
my character yell, "Marry me, Raxlor."
Oh my god.
Happy
You
pops
see his thumb pop out of the thing,
up.
like the Terminator melting.
Yeah, like the end of Terminator 2.
Oh my god, that was the worst laugh ever. Sorry, guys.
Happy begins flying around and licking Zoe's face, happy to be alive and breathing.
Okay, this is a cat. It probably claws the shit out of me, then latches its claws into my skin in a very uncomfortable position while hissing.
Take 1d4 damage, I'm just kidding.
That was my action and my bonus action. The action was to cast the spell, the bonus action is to activate it, so I'm still concentrating on the spell, and I can use it again next turn if I'm still conscious and concentrating on it, but yeah, that is my turn.
Okay, what's your current remaining hit points?
I'm still good. We're still good. I've got 20 hit points left.
Yeah, you're probably fine. Alright, Scree, it's your turn. You're flying up above the shambling mounds, and you hear the sound of armor crunching like a tin can as Raxlor is being engulfed by the shambling mound.
Raxlor, no! I'm going to attack Mound A in a desperate attempt to try to save my friend.
Alright, so you're shooting an arrow?
Yes.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay, I would cast some spells right now, but I am busy concentrating on Mr. Elemental Man.
You can cast spells as long as they're not concentration.
Yeah, I know. And I have them marked on which ones are concentration. And basically most of my useful spells are concentration.
Yeah, for rangers, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use your Planar Warrior? Do you activate Planar Warrior?
Yes.
Alright, make your attack roll against A.
22 to hit.
That hits, roll damage.
Nice.
2d8 plus 6, I believe.
Holy shit. That is 22 damage.
That's as much as you roll on your crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled really low when I critted. On all the fucking dice. It was 3, 2, 2, or something like that.
Alright, well you made up for that, so 22 full damage blast into Shambler A. And, it's not yet bloody though, but it looks like you've hurt it more with a single damage than it's been hurt so far.
I also have extra attack.
Yeah, make your second attack. Chunks of leaf fly off of it as your arrow plows into it and deals 22 damage.
Oh, well, 13 to hit.
13? You sure?
Yep, positive.
6, 7, 8. What'd you roll? Like a 3?
Oh,
Yeah.
quick question. Which one are you attacking?
A.
Are you adding in sneak attack?
Well, I'm flying in the air. Would I be sneaking?
No, but you have an incapacitated ally next to it, within 5 feet. I'm not incapacitated.
What? Happy is no longer.
Raxlor
Whoa.
is there.
One dying.
Oh. Right, okay.
Yeah, as long as I'm not
Gotcha.
incapacitated, I don't have to have sight or anything. I just have to be there. So
Yeah, that's right.
If you're hitting A, you get extra D6.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're multi-classed into Ranger. That means when you made that critical attack...
You mean rogue?
Rogue, yeah, sorry, Rogue. You're one multi-class into Rogue, that gives you sneak attack. So actually, when you got that crit the other turn, you missed out on 2d6 extra damage.
No, I put that in.
No, because there was no one.
You definitely
You didn't have
Oh.
sneak attack because it didn't trigger. There was no one adjacent to it when you
Oh,
attacked.
really? Okay.
Wait, never mind.
But in this case, there definitely is someone adjacent, so
It's
roll
me.
an extra d6 on top of the 22, actually. But then
4.
the second one misses, but the first one you get that extra d6. 4? Okay. So
Yeah.
that's 26 damage. Still not
Holy
bloody.
baloney.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Yes.
When that second one hits, hold on, let me check something. I gotta look up my class.
Oh my gosh.
At 6th level, when a creature within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction to grant that creature a plus 10 bonus to the roll. So,
Holy
Raxlor's
shit.
holy symbol glows with a bright light and guides your second attack as it finds its way somehow to the heart of the Shambling Mound, which is lit up by the burning embers of Raxlor's dying corpse.
The arrow that misses circles back around and plunges right into the middle of the Shambling Mound. It bellows out a scream. Roll damage.
Woo!
Now, this is how you make a D&D movie. None of that turning into a Moonkin bullshit.
Hold on one second.
I guess I should have used that on the Earth Elemental.
Well,
But it's fine. This is where I think.
One more minute.
No problem. Were you using Planar Warrior on either of those?
I was on the first one.
Okay, I was making sure I wasn't paying that much attention, but I was making sure it happened.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you don't get a second sneak attack or Planar Warrior, so...
I know. I wish you could, but that would be very, very, very overpowered.
Yeah. I would have saved it for either the Earth Elemental or your next turn. I'm just afraid that on this Shambling Mound's turn, I'm no longer going to be conscious, so I wanted to get that out of the way.
Yep.
Am I going to have to print Raxlor's character sheet so I can burn it? That just feels like the right thing to do.
Bro, if you die, we're gonna revive you, no matter what.
We are. There is
So-
Hag right there.
Yeah.
She's probably cool. She can use our diamond that I've been carrying around this whole time if she can cast Revivify.
Which you probably can. So, even though you're dying epically, like, you're still gonna come back, so.
I mean, I might come back. Raxlor might not.
Oh, no. Oh, I see exactly.
Okay, I'm
what
back.
you're
Sorry
doing
about
there.
that.
Welcome back.
Oh, Raxlor. Yes, poor Raxlor.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. So do we need to add more damage from Scree? Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. So you activated your holy power. calling on your god to force Scree's arrow to be a hit. Did you roll up all your damage for that?
Yes, and that is unfortunately only a 7.
With sneak
It's-
attack? Oh, sneak attack only once per
No,
turn?
No, only once.
Okay.
I actually, for the dice, I rolled 1. All that
Ugh.
extra damage
Wow.
is just my magical
Ugh.
longbow being cool.
Wait, if you rolled a 1, you get a +6 from the bow, so that's 7.
Yeah, that's a 7.
And then,
No Planar Warrior or sneak attack. Those are once
Yeah.
per turn.
huh.
I already pulled those.
Yeah, okay. Guess you're right. Wow. Okay, but with that 7 damage, it is now bloodied. So you have 2 Shambling Mounds that are bloodied. Is
Good.
that the end of your turn?
Yes.
And now it's the
And,
Shambling.
I cry out, Raxlor, you better not fucking die on us, or I swear to God. I swear to your God. Maliki. Is it Maliki?
Yeah,
I think it
Millie.
is. Okay, good.
Well, we're starting out strong with an 18 con save.
All right, and I think that saves you all the damage. I'm going to double check. Yeah. So you take no damage as you are still restrained by the Shambling Mound. It can attack you while you're inside of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Slams itself. Okay. Well, I guess he's gonna try to slam you.
And I would phrase it as like a crush type of thing, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very well phrased when you say, I'm gonna slam you.
So the slammer wraps your body tightly with its vines and attempts to bludgeon you with damage. And the first time it attempts, it misses you, and you laugh derisively at it. But the second time is a 26, which does hit, so you're going to take some damage. And it's 2d8 plus 4. Which, okay, that's the same. It's the same as the, like the engulf damage. Okay. So
yeah, but engulf would be on top of the slams.
Yeah. So 2d8 plus 4. So you take 17 damage as it crushes you with its vines.
All right.
Not trying to meta too much, but what's your remaining hit points?
Why? If I had to count it by the number of points on a triangle, I would have one entire full triangle of hit points left.
What? You have 3
1.
hit points left?
He has 1 HP. Oh,
3.
never mind.
No, 3
Oh,
points.
oh,
3
actually
points.
3. Okay.
3.
Shambler C attacks the Earth Elemental, which is menacing it.
Was that both slam attacks on me?
Yes. Yeah, the first one missed.
Oh, right.
Second one almost killed you.
Bring it.
All right, Shambler C swings its branches at the Earth Elemental. Oh, man, a 5 and a 2. I bet you wish that was versus you.
No, I'm good so far.
And... well, Shambler B can't really see you because you're engulfed by the other creature.
It would have disadvantage to hit me, I guess. If it can't see me, but it can still attack me.
Okay, let's give you a +5 AC. So give yourself +5 AC from 3/4 cover because you're.
Is it even possible to hit me with that?
I don't know. It rolled a 17 and it has a +7, so that's 24.
Not with the +5 cover.
Okay, so that one just barely doesn't kill you. And you have 3 hit points. And now it's the Earth Elemental's turn.
Haha! Yes!
And it begins to slam Shambler C. And the second attack misses, but the first attack plows it right in the face, if it has a face. And it takes 8 bludgeoning damage. Which one's that? Let's see. Okay, and now it is Zoe's turn.
When Kaylin goes to bed.
Okay, I want to Eldritch Blast A again.
Okay, make an attack roll. $15 is the armor class. So...
19.
All right, roll damage.
$11 damage.
And that was A, right?
Yep,
Oh.
that was A.
All right, so A and B are pretty damaged. And make your second attack roll.
I was wondering if you were going to try and skip or not, because I was going to have to interrupt and be like, I have a second attack.
Oh no, I'm trying to let you guys get all the attacks that you can.
Ooh. I rolled a 5, so plus 7 is 12.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Raxlor, it's your turn.
my
You
turn.
have 3 hit points.
As the flames around Raxlor, also all 3 Shambling Mounds take more damage, I believe,
Oh.
at the end of their turn.
Yep, thank you. Auto damage right at the end of their turn.
Yep.
So
Let
can
me
you?
just roll that quick.
Yep, roll it up.
777. I like those numbers. Plus,
10.
plus 2. No, sorry, it's 7. 3 7s plus 2, so. 23. So 23 each.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that resistance is a bitch, huh?
Yeah, but it's still constant damage. I don't have to concentrate on.
A and B are at about 1/3 health.
Okay, but they're all still up, right?
Yep.
All right. So as these things start to get whittled down, Happy's safe. The rest of the party is safe. Raxlor has an ally in combat. The flames start to roar as his holy symbol glows brightly in the darkness, and a glowing light of healing energy surrounds his body as he activates Aura of Vitality as a bonus action and casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level on himself. Healing
Nice.
for... not very much, but... let's see. That plus... Spellcasting modifier... is that 19 hit points he heals for.
Okay, it's not bad. That's a round of attack that hits.
I could have sworn last week you said that, the Shamblers are not just super easy enemies or anything, but they aren't that bad. You guys will be fine.
When they're all focusing their attacks on one person, but we're not doing too bad considering that.
Yeah.
I love how your character's like, thank you first. It's like, you saved an NPC. I'm a real flesh and blood character and person in control of this character, and you saved the NPC.
They're technically all NPCs. They're just
I know.
depends who they're controlled by.
You wouldn't be able to carry Raxlor, so you did the best you could. Fly only targets 2 people, so
Yeah,
it's an escape for
I
2
know,
of you. Good thing
it was
Shore
more-
is not here.
I guess you could have actually
God.
probably carried Raxlor, but that's fine.
Well,
That'd
don't
be
know.
checking
okay,
it out.
technically yes.
It'd be iffy because you don't have very much strength. I'm wearing a lot of heavy armor. I wouldn't want to do the math in the middle of combat. So yeah, I heal up, but that was my action and my bonus action. So I am still grappled and still engulfed.
Okay, and anything else? I guess you don't have. Okay, you're not you're healing yourself instead of escaping the grapple.
Yeah, because
they take damage
grapple or
at the
not,
end of your turn.
Yeah, if I take any at the end of their turn.
Okay, so now you have to roll a con save to see if you take engulf damage.
Oh, I thought that was at the start of my turn.
It's the start
this-
of
wait.
their turn, which is now.
Oh, because
beginning.
now it's there. Wait, we're skipping Scree?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Hello?
Yes, I was skipping over Scree.
Hello?
Yeah, I hit next and it was on Scree, and then we were still resolving, and then I'm like, okay, next Shambling Mound. Fine,
was
I
like- I
guess
was
Scree can
confused.
go.
I guess. Oh, let me go. Okay,
Finish them. The one engulfing
Goodbye.
him specifically.
Yes, I was about to say.
Raxlor shouts. That's me. That's character in character.
There's more sound of a
Goodbye.
tin can crumpling as Raxlor gets crushed within his own armor.
Oof, ouchie. I'm going to attack Shambling Mound A. Again, with my longbow. Magic longbow. Very cool.
And you acting Planar Warrior, I'm guessing?
Yes, I was about to say.
I'm assuming that's always. I'm just going to always.
Oh yeah, it's like a always assume.
I
Oh,
don't
shit.
assume. You have to declare it.
And there's other things you can do with your bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. 14 to hit. Oh no.
Okay, well, that's a miss. Make your second attack.
Oh, 26.
There you go. That hits. Roll
Yeah.
damage. And make sure you add sneak attack and planar warrior. So that's going to be 2d8, 1d6 plus your 6 damage.
Yippee! Oh my god. Both on my both of the D8s. Okay, no. The whole fucking thing is all maxed out. I shit you not. Look at
Nice.
I use the Google ruler because because I couldn't find my dice. But
you should take a screenshot.
here, look at this. And do not mind the obnoxious amount of tabs I have open.
Oh, you should just use your phone to take a picture.
That's how it should look when you're playing D&D. All those Roll20 icons.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, is it in Facebook?
Oh, no, it's in OC's. OC Helper.
Oh, it's an OC. I was in the wrong chat.
That's like an obnoxious amount of damage. Holy
We're
shit.
leaving.
Sorry.
Oh,
It's
y'all
okay.
didn't hear me leave chat. I left chat after you said that a moment ago.
Oh, I heard you leave. I thought you just disconnected. Or something.
No, that's why I came back and said I forgot to yell "fuck you" before I left.
Wow, very nice roll. Those tabs,
And,
okay, that seems like a lot of tabs, but you should see Zach's tabs. Actually, you should not see his tabs, but you should appreciate that there's a lot of them.
Okay, that's, 27 damage total. 27. Holy shit.
That's what a Ranger Rogue hybrid does. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
it's clinging on to life, unfortunately.
Oh. Wait. Let me check for something. Anything.
That was a lot of damage, but that was your action and bonus action, so.
Okay. Well, I'll just let it go and end my turn.
Well, it's not that terrible because at least he's got cover. If you killed it, then the other two could attack. This way, only one can attack. He might live. Okay.
He might live. He will live. Hopefully.
As the Shambling Mounds begin their turn, the one that's engulfing you attempts to crush you with its sticks and vines. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. Let's see. That is a 3. Just making sure I don't have any special stuff.
If you're a paladin, you would.
Oh yeah. And what's that damage?
All right, that's 2d8 plus 4. Okay, not totally maxed out. 13 damage.
13. Okay, I'm making my concentration saving throw, and I continue concentrating on my healing spell thingy or a vitality.
Oh, does that heal you more?
I can activate it every turn as a bonus action.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. So you could cast a new spell, but then heal yourself more. That's pretty good. Yeah, see, you might survive. Okay, so the one that's engulfing you makes an attack roll. Actually, it attacks you twice. Oh, no.
Oh no. Is it a crit?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, one miss and then one crit. So
Oh,
basically,
well, it might still be low.
you
Where you
just
just roll, you just
yeah.
double roll, right? You don't do max dice or anything.
No. So it's 4d8 plus 4 is how much damage you're taking.
There's
1,
a
2, 3, 4?
chance. I mean, it's gonna not. It's if they're all ones, it doesn't knock me unconscious. But I wouldn't believe that even if you rolled it. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. It's 31 damage.
okay, but that's not. That doesn't. What's the? Okay, I don't think it's maximum. Actually, hold on.
It's pretty close. I got an 8, an 8, a 7, and a 4.
Hit point maximum. It has to exceed hit point maximum. I've
Yeah,
got
no.
59 max HP. So
Yeah, you're not
I'm not
instant
dead.
dead. No, you're just
I'm not dead.
unconscious.
And it's a good thing that crit didn't hit me before and it's a good thing the other damage came through first. Because now I only have to make one death save, so I'm not dead. But my spell concentration does end, and I am at 0 hit points.
Ah, bummer. Okay, Mound C is going to attack the Earth Elemental, and we have 1 miss and 1 hit.
Fly, you fools!
And it's going to do 11 damage to the Earth Elemental, who he's doing fine. He's doing just fine right about now. Shambler B is not going to do anything because he can't hit Raxlor, who's dead anyway. And he's like, okay, the other guy's got a meal. Everyone else is above him, and he can't even really see that Earth Elemental over there, so he's just kind of shambling around looking for something to attack. So he's actually going to just, I guess he takes the dodge action, so now he's going to have advantage to, what does the dodge action do?
Plus something to AC, I think.
We'll find out soon.
Creatures have disadvantage to attack you.
Okay, the Earth Elemental now is going to attack Shambler C with his 2 slam attacks. And he's got plus 8 to hit, so that's going to be a 16, which hits, and a 23, which also hits. So I'm just going to roll up all that damage. That's 4d8 plus 10 for both slams. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 damage to Shambler C. 24. So the Earth Elemental slams Shambler C with each of its fists. A left and then a right, Mike Tyson style. Kaboom, kaboom, like 2 mighty kaiju fighting in the streets of Tokyo.
I'm cheering the Earth Elemental on.
This other Shambler is not yet bloodied, but it did get hurt pretty bad. Oh, and I forgot the Wall of Fire. So the Wall of Fire that's burning is going to damage all 3 of them. So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, that one's not concentration. That one just happens.
Yeah. This might be what you need.
Right, and... Oh, that's at the start of their turn. No, it's the end of their turn. Damn. It still might be pretty good, though. That is 22 damage, so halved is 11.
A is still alive, but he looks like he's just clinging to life. And the Earth Elemental, his turn is over, and now it is Zoe's turn. And you no longer see any movement from Raxlor buried inside the Shambler.
Okay. I'm going to Eldritch Blast A.
Okay, make your attack roll.
We may only have a few rounds, but if we go down there to heal him, we're going to get beat all to shit, and then he's going to just get beat back to shit again. What?
Then he's going to have died for no reason.
Yeah.
I updated Raxlor's conditions, all 4 of them. Unconscious, blinded, restrained, and grappled.
$25.
All right, that hits. Roll damage.
12 damage.
I'm adding unable to breathe as a new status condition.
Meh.
What is looking for a breathe looking one? 1 second, and I'll do that damage. God, there's no good icons. I'll just do a random one for now. Okay, 12 with 12 damage. The shambling mound that is holding Raxlor's body falls apart into pieces as the vines break and the branches snap, and it crumbles down into a mass of swampy sludge. And you see Raxlor's body laying unconscious on top of it.
Raxlor!
Raxlor is no longer blinded or grappled or restrained or unable to breathe, but he is unconscious.
That Shambler is now kaput, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And this one
All
is
right.
dead.
Now for my second attack. I'm going to attack Shambler B.
Yep.
Make your attack roll.
Oh, I will say this isn't probably that big of a deal, but if B didn't have a target to hit, it probably would have moved out of the fire ring.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it still took damage, but I'm just going to have it move back a little bit, like right there.
Roll 12, so plus 7 is 19.
19 damage against Shambler B. And, alright, it looks like it's hurting pretty bad.
No, that was my attack roll against
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Shambler
That
B.
was your hit. Your roll to hit. 19 hits.
Alright, then I rolled 9 damage.
9 damage. It's getting pretty close. It is very weak, but still clinging to life. C looks like it's doing just fine. I mean, not fine, but it's above 50%. Okay, Raxlor, it's your turn. If you have nothing else to do, go ahead and make your death saving throw.
Success.
All right. Scree, it is your turn.
Okay.
Now, I will say, you're a ranger. You have some kind of healing spell, right?
Oh yes, I do have good berry, which
You don't have
Good
healing word or
very-
cure wounds?
no,
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know. I could cast good berry, go down, but then I'd be very much in danger.
No, just
And-
kill one of these things. That'll be fine.
Okay.
By the way, I'm not going to argue against removing the fire damage from it, but I am of the opinion that it should not have taken the 11 damage, but that's as far as I'm going to say.
I'm just going to leave it. It's very fluid.
Just like my gender.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to attack Shambler Mound B.
All right, make your first attack roll.
Gotcha.
After her turn, before we move on to the next, let me know.
Okay.
Natural one. I got a natural one, so yeah. I didn't say Planar Warrior on that one though. So I'm going to make another attack roll with Planar Warrior and sneak attack. And that is
no sneak attack on this one because you have no allies adjacent. Sorry.
right.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Not
My
anymore.
bad. Not anyway. Uh, 20 to hit, not natural.
All right, roll damage.
Gotcha.
It's not natural.
14 damage.
Oh, very nice. It is still moving though, but it looks like it's barely holding itself together. Its viney pants keep falling down, and it has to hike them back up.
I flipped him the bird.
He roars at you, and pieces of his jaw crumble to the ground as he barely holds himself together. But he is holding himself together. And it is now the Shambler's turns. The one engulfing Jake is dead, so he doesn't have to make any rolls. They take the fire damage at the end of their turn. This one, B, is pretty much backed into a corner. He doesn't see... He's got fire directly in front of him, and his friend is blocking the way to the south, so he doesn't really have anywhere to escape to. Shambler C is going to attack the Earth Elemental, as he has been doing. And the first attack hits, and the second attack... the first one misses. The second one... I have to actually add it. 9 plus 7, that's a 16. And the Earth Elemental has 17 armor class, so both attacks miss the Earth Elemental. And now it's the Elemental's turn, and I'm
cheering him on! Woo!
He's going to give it right back. So the Shambler swipes its vines, and the Earth Elemental jukes out of the way, Mike Tyson style, and then he plants his lead foot and launches an uppercut right at the Shambling Mound. And hold on. Plus 8, and it's a 7, so that's 15, and that's the magic number, so it clobbers the Shambling Mound right in what you perceive to be its jaw, for a total damage of 11 plus 5, so 16 damage. And he's really soloing this guy. And he's got another attack. That's not all. And then...
But wait, there's more.
He swings his left around in a hook and plows into the Shambler a second time. And this one's going to be 11 damage. It roars, and you can see that it is clearly the plant version of Bloodied. Barely holding on. And, at the end of its turn, the other one is out of the wall of fire, but this one still is. And even though Raxlor is dead, I'm going to say the fire is still burning because it's coming from the shield, and Valrog's doing just fine. So,
wait, is Raxlor actually dead?
Unconscious, sorry. Fainted. Fainted.
Scary.
Sorry, I keep saying dead and corpse, and Zach's like, please be accurate. Jake, you want to roll fire damage for Raxlor?
Yes. That's me. It's weird to still be rolling damage when I'm unconscious. I'm literally doing more work. Okay, I'm not doing more work than the rest of the party, but it's funny to say this. I'm doing more work than the rest of the party, and I'm not even conscious. Let's see. 10 plus 10. Uh, 24 halved is 12.
All right, it's still alive. And now it is Zoe's turn.
Hey, do you guys want to take a guess on how many tabs I have open right now? I mean, like a serious and actual real guess.
At least 30.
I installed the Chrome. I installed the Chrome extension that counts them. Now, I'm sorry, I did not hear you scream.
At least 30 tabs.
793.
I know I Nick laughed at the first answer.
I was going to guess 150, but Jake's probably closer.
Oh my god.
All right.
How many?
Hop over. I took a clip screenshot. Hop over to OC Hellsberger.
Oh boy.
Oh, the Yoshi's Island guy.
Yeah, you said the pants fell down.
Okay, my only question is, how the fuck is your computer not dying?
It is.
I have over 30 tabs.
2,966.
What? Why? What's the point?
Oh, I want to look at this later, or I want to read this later, or I'll deal with this later. And then I never do come back to it later, but I leave it open.
You need to, like, clean it.
At, like, 100.
Well, this window only has 37. But he has 15 more windows. So Willow made a good guess when they said more than 30, and the answer is 37 for this window. But there's 15 other windows totaling 2,966.
No, that's the number of tabs that are fully loaded into memory in various windows and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Because, my computer has crashed, I reload all my tabs, but they are not actually loaded until the first time I click on them. So it's only 37 tabs right now, but that does mean I've opened nearly 3,000.
I mean, I've got several hundred on my phone because I'll open a link and then I don't go back to it,
Yep.
but I don't actually close it. So it just
Yeah.
stays there. So it's kind of that thing. They're not open active, but still, that is a lot of tabs.
It's
But
harder to
if-
manage on your
Yeah.
phone, so I just leave them open.
But it is. It's still, that's how much garbage tab. Please forgive my open tabs in the screenshot. Amateur.
What is your computer uptime, or do they not close? Do they just reopen? Does Chrome save your open tabs?
Chrome saves your tabs. Anytime you close a tab down, it saves it in a list. And if you close the whole window down, it saves that whole window. And when your computer crashes, it asks if you want to restore your open tabs. But if I accidentally close a window, I could just hit Shift-Control-T to bring it all back. All right, my turn, right?
Yes.
I think so.
Y'all had such cute guesses.
I knew mine was probably either very low or very high, and I was erring on the side of it being very low. But
Jake's
I didn't
guess
want
of
to guess
800
ridiculous.
is low.
Yeah, 800. That's within a factor of.
I've had, yeah. All right. Anyways,
Heal me.
how many death saves have you taken so far?
I've only made one, and I've succeeded on it. But if I'm the only one at the ground and they decide to come and eat my corpse,
Can they do that? Can they literally actually just eat you and you die?
they can come attack me, which is an auto hit, and a crit, which is 2 fails instantly, and they get 2 attacks. So.
I did not realize it did that. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Since you have fly, you can zip down, heal me, and then probably zip back up.
That's what I'm going to do. I am going to zip down. So that's, my 40 feet or whatever. And I'm going to use my mending spell. What is it called? Or is it Cure Wounds? I'm going to use Cure Wounds on it.
All right. Let me know how much HP I heal.
Wow, sorry for being slightly distracted, but Sam was kind of standing up to their mom today and showed me the screenshots, and I need to read it to you guys offline.
Nine. Wait, hold on. What's my spell modifier?
Joke's on you. I've already seen them. I was there when it happened.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Jake and Zach after the game if I remember.
So 9 plus.
No, my roll was 6, but I can't remember my spell modifier. I'm looking for it.
Charisma. For both Bard and Warlock, so.
Okay, so a +4. So 10 damage.
All right. Raxlor Gas was as the hot.
Health. 10 health.
10 Raxlor Gas as the hot, viney, smelly, acrid scent of Avernus re-enters his lungs, and he blinks and looks around and sees where he is, and he goes, so close.
Oh my god.
And then I fly back up as high as I can. And Happy did not fly down with me. She stayed up there. And that's my turn.
Hold on. Do you want to give me like a Bardic Inspiration or something?
I can't.
Why not?
I'm only a level 1 bard.
Oh.
Bardic level 1.
Yeah. Song of Rest is level 2, and Bardic Inspiration is level 1.
Oh, my bad. Yes, I'll give you a Bardic Inspiration.
All right, I take your Bardic Inspiration. I stand up. You said both of these things are bloody. Do either of them look like they're just about to topple over, or are they both still kind of...
B is about to topple over. C is bloodied.
Let's see. Oh crap. Oh, okay, good. So I can't leave this ring of fire without taking damage because it doesn't restrict who it is. But I can step to here, Scree's in the air, so I can stand in the same space. I can step to here and attack C. So I charge up and raise my mace and says, "Thought you had me, huh?" And I swing my mace down at the Shambling Mound C. And that is a 16 plus a bunch to hit. It's like 20 something to hit. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep.
Right. Damage is 12 bludgeoning damage. Is it still standing?
Yes.
All right. As a bonus action, I use a charge of War Priest. And that is going to be a 18 to hit. Does that hit?
Yep.
All right. I don't need to use the Bardic Inspiration on those attacks. And that is going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right. It is barely clinging to life, but it's still alive.
All right. And I think that's going to be it. And I'm just going to hope it doesn't knock me down again. But action.
If you get knocked down, you just get back up again. It ain't never going to knock you down.
I've got the elemental. Well, I moved into range, and I don't really want to move out of range, so I'm just gonna chill here then, and end my turn.
Okay, Scree, it's your turn, and you're flying up above the mounds.
Which one is about to topple over B?
B. They both look like they're really close to death.
So
see,
I have an idea though. Let me say this. C
Yes.
is currently in the fire. That means when it ends its turn, it takes the damage. B would have to actually enter the fire in order to attack me. So B is going to end up taking more damage. So try and finish off C because it's going to get a free hit on me next turn, potentially.
Gotcha.
Since they're equal anyway.
Say goodbye to your life, plant thing, and I am going to shoot. Pew pew.
And you get sneak attack on it because I'm next to it.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, what's that attack roll?
Let's see.
15 is the AC. After enough hits and misses, I just go ahead and tell you the
16.
AC. All right, roll your damage.
Nice. Oh, this one is with Planar Warrior. Almost forgot to mention.
Oh, so but the way Planar Warrior works is you activate it at the start, and then the
Yes.
first hit that you make. So you don't have to necessarily.
It's not wasted.
It's
If you
time
miss,
for it.
I know. I just always
right.
forget to say it when I first
Yeah.
attack, but it's always I always activate Planar Warrior first, unless certain situation where I can't.
Yeah, basically, if you might need your bonus action for something else, you would want to save it. But otherwise, you would just activate it at the start because it gives you more chances to hit with it.
Yes. $20 damage.
Oof.
Woo wee.
I'm not even going to question the source of that because that's sneak attack, Planar Warrior.
And it's down.
Yay!
Yippee!
It crumbles to the ground in a pile of dead plant matter. And you have one more attack, and there's one more mound.
No sneak attack, but
And it's still a shambling.
whittle it.
If you roll a 15 or higher, you can go ahead and roll the damage too, because that'll hit. Rah, 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 rah. The mound shambles, realizing it's backed into a corner with no way to escape.
By the way, probably not the greatest time to mention this, but I am starting to run low on silvered arrows because yes, I'm tracking that. I have 4 left. I can
Pretty
pick
sure
them
it has
up. I can pick the ones up from here, so yeah, I can just get some,
You can recover half of the ones that you shot after the battle. Fortunately,
Okay.
though, you are using a magical bow, So when you run out of silver arrows, then your regular arrows will be just fine.
Oh yeah, you
So-
actually.
okay, gotcha.
I wouldn't
I-
even be using the silvered arrows.
I
They're
thought
not
you
getting any benefit.
gave your silver arrows to Shora because she has 8
I
silver
gave
arrows.
half of them.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
okay.
But yeah, you
Yeah,
shouldn't be
and then I
wasting
had, like-
silver arrows if you got a magic bow.
Okay, I wasn't aware that the magic bow could do that anyways, so I'll just stick to using regular arrows and pick up the silvered ones later.
Sure, you can do that. You can just update it after the battle. Recover you recover half the arrows that you shot.
Okay.
Okay, and just need that attack roll on Shambler B.
Yes.
If it hits, you're probably going to kill it.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
No, 12 to hit.
Guiding strike.
Uh,
Raxlor sees your arrow come down. He sees you've got like the fire in your eye and you're squinting, and he's like, "Oh no, no, no!" And he raises his holy symbol and points at the elemental as the light beams down on it. And he says, "Right there."
So does that mean I get
It's
to
an auto
reroll?
hit. No, it's an auto
Oh
hit.
shit.
It
Okay,
adds
cool.
plus 10 to the roll.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so with a 22, your arrow curves like in that one in the TikTok when the guy shoots the arrow and it curves around the wall. And roll damage.
$11 damage.
It collapses to the ground in a heap.
L plus ratio plus coat plus seeds plus rye plus
Ratioed.
fatherless ratio.
Literally ratioed.
Literally.
The question is, what happens to this earth elemental?
That's
Yeah, it sticks around for an hour until concentration breaks or the spell ends. Actually,
Yeah.
I think you can dismiss it. Let's see.
Okay. Let me see.
Okay, if you're still controlling it, you can dismiss it. If it's uncontrolled, then you can't dismiss it, and then you have to wait for an hour.
Okay.
Where does it say you can dismiss it? Because it just says an uncontrolled elemental can't be dismissed by you. But where does it say how you dismiss it?
I don't see that, but I'm assuming I'm inferring because it says if it's
Right.
uncontrolled, it can't be dismissed. But I'm gonna double check. Okay. A fire elemental emerges from earth elemental arises up from the ground. It disappears when it drops to 0 points or when the spell ends. So I would say that you could choose to end the spell, and that would dismiss it. It's friendly to you and your companions for the duration. It obeys verbal commands. If you don't issue commands, it defends itself.
So the verbiage is ending concentration does not equal breaking concentration. Broken concentration would be if another creature like hits you, you can willingly end it, and that would cause the spell to end naturally.
Yep.
Not the same as accidentally breaking it. So it's one of those rules that's tied in with a million different rules that you just have to know how they work, and they didn't put it explicitly in the spell.
Yep. So if you choose to end the spell, then you can dismiss the elemental. If your concentration gets broken, then it becomes uncontrolled. So that's kind of the danger. But yeah, if you're ready, he'll hang around for up to an hour. So you can either have it come around, follow you for an hour, or you can dismiss it back to the elements from whence it came. Initiative is now over, and Scree, how would you like to resolve your friendly?
Will we need this guy? I'm asking my party. What do you guys think we should do?
Meta-wise, I think we're about to find the hag, so I don't think we need him necessarily, but free elemental wouldn't hurt. I mean, if we need him to like blast through some thorns or something, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. As long as you're careful and don't get your concentration broken, then you're fine. But if we get in a situation where you might be losing concentration, then you'll need to just dismiss it. But I think for now we're fine. Worst case, we kill it. It's already damaged a lot, so can we Does the spell say we can't attack it? Can we like whittle it down and just like sit there taking the damage? And then we're like, okay, you're weakened, like a charm pet, where you let a charm pet get a whole lot of damage on it, and then you break concentration to finish it.
I don't see any function to that.
So that if it breaks on accident, we can fight it. But we're not really doing this. But while it's with us, it can like punch things really hard.
Yeah, I mean, you could say, you could just tell it, hey, punch yourself in the face until you get down to 1 hit point.
I think it's fine. I'm not super worried about it.
Chunks of rock fly off of its face as it's pounding itself in the nose.
Oh,
I'm
I did that.
Oh, I'd be really pissed if it broke concentration.
Yeah,
I'm not super worried about you breaking concentration, since we're kind of probably in a safe-ish area now. Ideally. And if it breaks, it's better to have a rampaging elemental than no elemental.
Yeah.
You guys still have fly anyway, so.
true.
We're gonna do some healing though before we move on, so. But yeah, so I would say just keep it for now.
I'm going to pet the elemental and say that he did great.
He smiles and nuzzles you like a cat.
Yippee!
And a very low, gravelly, purring sound is coming from inside of him.
That's adorable.
And he kicks his back leg like a dog.
Oh. Oh, little elemental.
Big elemental.
A little big. A little big. Big little.
He picks you up and cradles you in his arms and says, and I will call him George, and I will love him and pet him and hug him and squeeze him.
Oh my god.
How's everyone else's hit points doing? You guys are all pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
Where are you at, Scree?
18. I did not heal much my last,
Zoe, what are you, max?
My max is 69 and I'm at 57.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to take 10 minutes. If either of you want to do anything during the 10 minutes, or I'm going to suggest that I do this. I'm not actually doing it yet, but this is what I plan on doing. To cast Prayer of Healing. Up to 6 creatures within range regain 2d8 plus 4 hit points.
Nice.
So it'll be a total of like a bunch of hit points rather than just a single target heal. So kind of spreads it around all of us.
Raxlor, you were hoping to die so you could come back as a revenant.
Oh yeah, did you see that link just
yes.
now? It was looking really bad. I was like, if I die, I can always come back as a revenant.
Oh boy.
I'm just giving you ideas.
That earth elemental really did help a lot because it basically took one entire aggro, and then plus it ended up beating down C. Otherwise, you would have had one full health guy left, basically.
Yeah, that was a good time to drop it.
I thought so, and I was thinking about it for like the past week, and I was like, yeah.
See, that's the thing about having your own magic items is I didn't even think of that. That's been your magic item this whole time. You can ask us if we think you should use it, but ultimately it's yours. I don't have anything to do with it.
Also, and we've been hoarding them so long that I still have more. I actually have this one that is totally like reusable. It's called Ring of the Ram. I think that one will come in handy sometime soon because it has daily charges, and it's like holy shit.
It's like extra spell slots basically. It's like you want to use like that combat. I'm almost completely out of resources. I had to use spell slot. We haven't had a long rest in forever. I'm hoping the hag gives us a rest here. If not, we might have to use the Mordenkainen rest thing. I have a healer's kit. Oh, I don't have. Do I have the? I don't have the feed.
Sorry, be right back.
I heard be right back, but so I'm gonna go ahead as long as there was no objections. I'm gonna do the healing. Question DM. I would make this call in my game, but I'll ask you how you want it to work. Up to 6 creatures of your choice regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. One roll, everyone heals that same hit points. It's an AoE technically.
Yeah,
It's a
sounds
spell
like
that
it.
affects multiple creatures.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2d8s, and they better be freaking high. I'm afraid to roll it. It's gonna be ones.
Oh, that reminds me, I haven't eaten a brownie.
Well, that is 2 lower than the maximum could have been.
Yay!
Plus, everyone heals 18 hit points.
All right.
I'm not healing the elemental. No, I'll heal the elemental.
Oh, cool.
You might need him. So Zoe heal 18 hit points. Scree heal 18 hit points. Shore is not with us anymore.
Ooh, that sounds dark. I'm deleting Scree's yellow elemental gem. Think it's gone.
Oh, you can delete that wall of fire too.
Oh yeah.
Happy we should have already done max, I think, from
Yeah.
my last heal.
Yeah, Happy's max.
All right. So with that, we will continue onward when Scree returns and heals. We don't need to rest yet. That was a 10-minute cast time on that spell. So
A new Fog V2, a new fog system has been released with more options for creating shapes and revealing hiding them. Upgrading will attempt to convert this fog token to V2. I'm not going to click that, but I might try that later.
that's kind of cool. I hope it does the functionality that I was talking about earlier,
In the
where it lets
meantime,
you erase in shapes.
yeah, I'm hoping that's what they mean.
Wow, that's small. These are 5-foot squares?
Yeah. I mean, don't worry, we're about to do some Doctor Who shit.
I cautiously ask Zoe, who's the one with the most HP and not concentrating on an elemental, to do a little bit of air reconnaissance on the thing while we still have fly. Wait. Sorry, I'm crunching. Fly lasts for 10 minutes, but I ask her to do that while I'm casting Prayer of Healing. Like, do that real quick, do a flyover, just see what's there, come back for the heal. Just
Yeah,
make
of
sure
course.
there's not anything crazy going on.
If you guys pan over to the right, I've moved your characters to a zoom in, which this does not match at all. That's the Doctor Who shit.
Well, I think, okay, so we were kind of hand-waving this whole thing anyway. Like, size-wise. Like, we were moving through walls, we were squeezing in places we shouldn't have been. So, really, I think if you said these were 10-foot squares, I think that would have made a little more sense. But then you would have had to get into size problems.
Yeah, then it's not really, like, narrow single file, so when you get to the center of the maze, you see a hovel, and this is a map. This is the map that I've got. Oh, Scree, you heal 18 damage, or 18 hit points.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And if you pan over to the right, you will see a new map. So this is just a zoom in of the center of the maze. As you reach the center of the maze, you see a cave-like hovel lying at the center. Hundreds of bones and body parts hang by twine from the entrance, and the ceiling is strung with garland made of bloody entrails. The air buzzes with flies.
You.
And there's an entrance. I guess there's a door. It doesn't really... Yes, there's a wooden door.
Raxlor's healed himself, but he's still got thorns sticking out of him. This is the third plant that has attacked him now in 48 hours, just FYI. So he's like getting a little paranoid, getting a little claustrophobic in this place. He's picking thorns out of his fur and scraping scabs off of his body, and he says, "I'm not in any shape to be talking to a hag of the thorns right now. One of you should probably go in and lead the conversation, and hopefully I can recover mentally."
I understand, Raxlor. I'll take the lead for you. and
Probably a good idea.
I'm going to knock on the door. Knock, knock.
When you knock on the door, and at first there's no response, and then the door opens just a small crack, and at your eye level, you see a tiny little head poke out of the door. Like you can't see their body because they're hiding behind the door. They just poke out their head, and it's very, very tiny. And
Hello.
who are you? What do you want?
We are friends of Mad Maggie. Are you, gosh, what's her name? I always forget.
Red roof, round roof.
Red
Red Ruth.
Ruth. Red Ruth. We're here to see Red Ruth.
I didn't ask who you were looking for. I asked who are you?
Well, we are adventurers. My name is Scree, and these are my buddies, including that big guy over there.
In a flash, the head pulls back behind the door, and you hear very quick chattering noises, as if it's communicating with something else. And then the head pops back, but the one that you saw was wearing a small red hat, but now there's the head that pops out is at waist level, or like chest level, and it has a green hat on, and it says,
Hello.
"Do you have an appointment?"
Oh no, not
no.
another appointment.
No,
You
I
have more
don't
than kind of
believe
fast
so.
pass.
Do you say that?
No, but I will if I need to.
The green head pulls back behind the door, and you hear more high-pitched, quick, super speed chattering. It sounds like a tape recorder.
Are these red cap?
No. They look way skinnier and smaller.
Do I have any idea what they might be?
Oh, make a nature check.
Oh boy. 9.
Okay, just a moment, and I will give you a picture of this guy. A 9? Aw.
Picture's got to be censored with a 9.
Looks like that, and the size is tiny.
Reverse image search.
Little tiny blue guy who speaks in a very high-pitched voice. And this guy is just wearing like a loincloth, but the guys that you see are wearing little colored caps and tunics.
And then did he go, and when he opened the door, who the Smurf are you?
Who the Smurf are you? I'm trying to get Smurfed in here. Smurf. So, yeah, you don't know what it is, but it seems like some kind of a fey creature. Not something that you've seen so far in this adventure, and it moves and speaks supernaturally quick.
Ooh.
Like all of its movements, its mouth movements, its speaking, it's very quick and sudden. Very, very quick. And then a third head, this one has a blue cap on, pops out from the bottom. You only see one at a time, though. And it says, you're going to have to give me a good reason to bother our master. Otherwise, go away. How'd you even get here? It's a dangerous place.
Good reason. Oh, shit. I'm like stuttering and mumbling for a second, trying to remember why we're here to begin with. And I turn to Zoe. Zoe?
I whistle and kind of look away and slightly turn my head.
No. Oh my god.
Raxlor pulls a really big thorn out of his side and groans as he pulls it out bloody and throws it to the ground. And he says, "We're here to find the location of a fiend, and we were told Red Ruth could help us. Or her power is not good enough to do that."
The red cap from the top pops out. Not a red cap, but a little guy with a red hat on. He pops out and says, "Ah, a business visit. Well, why didn't you say so?" And then the door closes, and you hear some latches being undone, and then the door swings halfway open, and the small creatures are nowhere to be seen. And an old woman's voice echoes in the air, seeming to come from all directions, and she says, "Come in, dearie, and have a seat."
Yay! I will be the first to walk in, and also hi, Dusty.
Rexor will follow either Scree or whoever else walks in next.
Well, I follow Scree.
Okay, then Rexor follows behind Zoe as he tries to shove some fingers and cloth into the hole that was left by the thorn that he just pulled out.
Ouch.
You start taking bleeding damage. Roll a d4.
Oh my god.
So you see, as you enter, you see a tunnel that winds its way back, and it's very narrow. You have to squeeze through it single file. But when you all get through the tunnel to the other end, it opens up into a small living area. You see... the Earth Elemental can't fit in here because he's too big, so he's gonna... He gestures that he's too big. He uses his hands, and he, like, measures himself, and then measures... the opening, and then he looks at you and he just like shakes his head and shrugs like, "Arr!" Ah, dang it, I thought of a really great analogy, but I don't want to say it on the stream for 2 reasons.
Well, so your analogy might fall apart because the Earth Elemental has Earth Glide. It can burrow through non-magical, unworked earth and stone.
Oh, yeah. So the Earth Elemental uses Astroglide and easily penetrates the smaller hole. And it glides on in the hole. And
I do not like that analogy.
And you see a hovel. And stepping from the shadows is Red Ruth. Baga! Dramatic.
Oh.
It really sucks. I don't have any special art other than just Night Hag art, so I'm not going to send you any cool stuff. Unlike Mad Maggie, who gets a whole like war cup and everything, Red Ruth doesn't. There's like a graphic called a Blood Hag, which I used for the thumbnail for this video, and it kind of looks cool, but meh. So she's just a Night Hag. And she says, and as your eyes adjust, you see a few other things in here. You see a window at the other end of the hovel leading outside, and perched on the window is a large raven about the size of a dog, like a golden retriever, and it has red streaks, blood red streaks in its feathers, and its jet.
Where is this raven?
It's behind Maggie at the window.
The
Baggy,
crow
you mean
has to
Ruth?
be that big. There has to be something that big so they can carry the Geeve Mom's soul to hell. I'm sorry, I couldn't spit it out because it's so wrong.
And you see the little tiny guys come out from the shadows as well, all around Red Ruth. Hold on, let me tell you how many there are.
Can I do a check to see if I recognize these creatures, know what they are?
Make a nature check with advantage. There are 7 of them, and they're each dressed in a different color: red, green, blue. Those are the ones that were at the door, and then the other ones are yellow, orange, purple, and white.
Okay, my first one. I'm glad I had advantage. My first one. I get a 16 total.
A 16. A 16, you know that these are fey creatures known as quicklings. And...
Quicklings?
Quicklings. That's why they move so quick. Hold on, let me get something pulled up so I can actually tell you 16 DC worth of information about them. Okay, so quicklings are quicklings rocket through twisted forests where the unseelie Fae hold sway, both in the Feywild and in the world, racing faster than the eye can track. They appear as little more than blurry waverings in the air. They are generally chaotic evil. They speak Common and Sylvan, and their whole thing is that they move so fast that you can't even see them. Their speed is over 100 feet.
Wow.
Per round.
James, after he spent the night.
And there are 7 of them surrounding Red Ruth. And she says, "Ah, dearies, welcome to my home. What brings you here? I offer my services. I can create... I am a connoisseur of potions," and she just gestures to a wide variety of potions and vials and cauldrons and herbs that hang around her hut. And she says, "I also offer my spell-casting services for the right price. I presume you have soul coins to trade." She's wearing a dress made from stitched-together bones, and around her neck there's a string of infant skulls, like a necklace. And they're constantly chattering nursery rhymes in different languages, even as she speaks.
Hey.
Oh, an aesthetic I totally missed the entire time you guys were in the maze is you kept seeing hallucinations of yourself and each other and family members and friends, like in horrible states of murder and torture.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my
like,
God.
Pretty much everything I see when I close my eyes.
Yeah, basically. Like you see yourself impaled on spikes in the hedge, but as you approach it, it fades away. Your mother emerges from the ground as a corpse
Oh, God.
and says, "Why weren't you better?" and then crumbles to dust and then fades away, and various other horror movie type hallucinations of your friends and family and yourselves.
These illusions need to step up their game if my mom coming out of the ground and saying I'm a disappointment is supposed to be a scary hallucination.
So Raxlor steps forward, still nursing his wounds, but he winces and grits his teeth and stands up tall, and he says, "It's nice to finally meet you. We've gone through hell and back to get here. We haven't so much figured out the back part yet, but we're in hell. We went through hell." Oh, I thought she was saying something. He says
she laughed at your punny joke.
Okay. He says, "We certainly could browse your wares, and I assure you we have plenty of currency that you would be happy to trade with. First, since you're offering, do you happen to carry any? Hold on. Carry, like she's a store.
Mm-hmm.
You don't carry that? Well, I'm going to speak to your manager. Raxlor has been smited with a real shit ton of damage.
Do you happen to have any incense in stock? Any expensive incense?
She says, "Oh yes, I have a variety of raw ingredients as well as prepared potions. What sort of incense are you looking for?"
Any sort of incense will do, as long as it's the nice, expensive kind. Out of character, I just read this. I never read this spell before. Divination. It says incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion, together worth at least 25 gold.
Oh!
What would a sacrificial offering appropriate to my religion be? My religion is like Mealiki, woods, wilderness, maybe like an expensive heartwood or something. What would a sacrifice be?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, heartwood. She offers you a combo pack and it's called the Crazy Clerics combo, all
Ks.
spelled with K's. And
no, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, it's a K and then a C and then a K. So it's like
That was kind of close.
Oh, there's a game that I play, and it increments and goes A, and then you get all the way around the alphabet, and it starts with A, and then B, and then AA, and then BB, and then AAA, and then BBB, and if you get all the way to KKK, instead it says KFC.
Oh my god!
And then next comes LLLMMM. So just that one they edited. Yeah, so it's sandalwood and heartwood. So you can light the sandalwood.
Oh, I like
that. And then like a small piece of pristine heartwood that you could.
I burn the heartwood as a sacrifice. Okay, yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. So I guess only one. It says worth 25 gold. I'd like a couple of those. But I'm assuming she probably wants soul coins in payment rather than gold.
Well, I mean, those are like regular ingredients. I think that's kind of stupid to charge you soul coins for ingredients. So,
well, I'd like 4 charges of that if she has it in stock.
4? She has, yeah. Hold on, let me tell you how many charges she has.
How many piles of? How much of a value of incense and wood?
She has 4 available. If you want to pay her 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll do that.
She says, gold coins. I haven't seen these in a while. I'm sure I'll find a use for them. But if you want one of my prepared potions or magic services, that'll cost you soul coins.
Of course.
She says, if you're interested in spell reagents, I also have some diamonds in case. I know one such as you seems like you serve the reincarnation arts and something. Do you want any diamonds for Revivify?
Do we need more diamonds? I've got 1. They're kind of expensive, but what else are we going to use gold for? I say you're willing to trade in gold for those?
She says, I have a diamond I'd be willing to part with for its value of 300 platinum. I mean, gold. Yes. What game are we playing? Gold.
Platinum? Oh, shit. I don't got that. Okay, yeah, I'll take a diamond. Why not?
Okay, so that'll be 400 gold, 100 for the reagents, and then another 300 for the diamond.
Okay. And
that'll be a charge of Revivify in case you need it.
All right. I've noted those down. I say, well, that was a great business transaction. Thank you. So now that we've got some basic shopping out of the way and hopefully built a bit of a rapport, I do have a little bit more of a serious, maybe difficult task for you. Perhaps just living here in this place, you might already know without even having to use any of your magic. I'm looking for a person. Would you be willing to hear my request?
She says, dearie, finding people is what I specialize in. Surely you've heard this of me. I can locate almost anything. Of course, there are certain impossible locations for me to divine due to their powerfully occulted magic. But here are my offerings. I can divine the location of a common creature with the blood sacrifice of an animal or a small creature. For rare locations, that will require blood spilled of a creature of power level 5 or above. And for legendary, it will require very powerful blood indeed. What sort of creature are you looking to divine the location of?
Based on their power, I'm assuming they might be a legendary, possibly rare. Have you heard of Olanthius, the former high priest of Elturel and servant of Zariel?
Ah, yes, Olanthius. The legend of Olanthius and Yale. I know this one quite well. A favorite of mine. Fairy tale, some might say. You seek to find one of these legendary individuals?
Yes, I believe he's still around in this place.
She says, you may be correct. And with powerful enough blood, I can divine his location. But for a spell of such power, I would require that you perform a favor for me first, to endear yourselves to me.
I'll hear the favor.
Even
does
if
that also include the blood that we have to provide?
Dear, you think that I just have powerful blood of powerful creatures just laying around? No, you will have to supply the blood as well. Let's see, for one such as Olanthius, a hero of legend, I would require the blood of a powerful outsider of CR 19 or higher.
Oh.
Huh. Okay. Well, alternative question then. What was? Because that's not happening. I say okay. Well, we don't have that right now. But I'll hear your favor. To see what you would ask of us first. Maybe we can obtain the blood some other way, or I'm sure you'd be willing, if we complete your task, I'm sure you'd be willing to apply that favor to maybe a different ritual, which I'm sure we'll need your help at some point. So what's your task that you have for us?
Oh, yes, I will explain this to you, but first let me be clear for the other requirement. Because I am a great diviner, I would be willing to help you locate such a creature if you needed, but to do so, I would require that you know a specific name. So you would need to know of a specific outsider for which you seek, and then I would be able to divine its location using a lower level spell, or lower level divination. Just to be clear, she's asking for the exact same thing as Mordenkainen. I mean, not her favor. I'm going to describe the favor, but her and Mordenkainen said he needed the blood of like a pit fiend or equivalent. So she's saying she can divine the location, but she will need that blood. So it looks looking like you're coming up on a what I want to say, an intersection point.
but she said she can divine the location of a creature to get the blood. If we have the name, he didn't give us that, right?
Mordenkainen did not give you any names, but if you did,
he didn't say he could locate someone else, or I guess we never asked him that.
I don't. No, you did ask him, and he said the only one that he can think of is Bell, which is one of the ones you're trying to find. So that was circular, so that didn't lead you anywhere. Red Ruth specializes in divining. So as if you know of the name of any creature, whether it's for this quest or anything, if you just say, hey, here's what we're looking for, where is it? Just even in general, she could do that.
Right.
So
Mordenkainen couldn't do that.
Correct. Or wouldn't. He was not very helpful. But you did when you were talking to Dareth, when he joined your party. You mentioned to him, and he did give you the name of a pit fiend that he knew.
Yeah, I was working towards that. I was just trying to clarify the info.
Just making sure that I thought you might remember and have that noted, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys all knew that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I was getting to that. I was just asking questions. So Mordenkainen is currently less useful than Red Ruth. They're both offering to locate Olanthius, but they both require Pit Fiend or Greater Blood. And Mordenkainen could not help us locate one. Red Ruth is offering to locate one for us.
Yes. Do you want to ask her more about locations of about powerful creatures for the spell first, or do you want to ask her about her favor first?
I had asked her about her favor, and then she told me that she could locate one of them. I find it a lot easier to have like an organic conversation rather than split off into these things where you're throwing information at me that I already had and repeating stuff I already know. I'd prefer if we just have a conversation unless I ask questions, because I have a lot of information I'm already considering and looking at.
Okay, good. Okay, so she says, the favor. Well, it's been so long since I had a bath. I'm stinking quite bad at this point, you see. And she raises her armpit, and you can see the stink lines emanating from her dripping hairy armpits. Yeah, visible stink lines. The air is wavy like a hot day. And she says, I could really use a trip to the spa for a sprucing up. there is a spa known as the Infernal Rapture. If you could make me an appointment there, I would be more than willing to help you out in what you seek.
I'm afraid to ask if this is in the book because I'm afraid that it is.
Yeah,
but
this is weird.
So it's possible that it's not.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
okay. Yeah. So I mean, I have to ask. Is there a reason you can't make the appointment yourself?
She says, yes, but it's a quite simple one. You see, this bone brambles in which you find ourselves, I stole it from the Feywild, and the spirits are quite angry. I'm afraid that if I leave this place and leave my home unattended, that it won't be in very good shape by the time I get back. So I would like for you to make the appointment for me and to return here. And once I have visited the spa, I will be in a great mood and very willing to help you.
But wouldn't you have to leave here to go to the spa?
Well, yes, but I mean, I'm sure that if you're willing to make me the appointment, you wouldn't mind also watching over my house for a few hours while I traveled there to have my my bath. So it's kind of a two-part favor. Making the appointment is part one, and then watching over my home while I go, that would be the second part. But not a big deal. I'm sure it'll be safe and nothing will happen while I'm gone.
We could watch your house while you go make the appointment yourself.
She
Ooh,
said,
I like that idea.
She says, yes, I suppose you do like that idea, but I would much prefer that you make the appointment for me. First of all, that implies that you would be paying for the appointment. And,
Okay, it is.
And second of all, they tend to be quite booked up, and I really don't have time to haggle and hassle with them and insist on getting an appointment. So if you're able to get me the appointment and it's all set up and made, then I will leave my house.
Okay, that makes sense. I just needed to know. This is in character. I just needed to figure out what the deal was. But yeah, of course we wouldn't mind. Well, a couple of things. One, where is this place?
Oh, it is everywhere and nowhere, so good luck finding it. But fortunately for you, you know a great and powerful diviner. The Infernal Rapture is a part of the Wandering Emporium, run by the famous Mahadi. And I could locate it for you, although it moves around constantly and is very hard to find. Using my divination magic, I could find where it is right at this moment and send you straight there.
Wow, that would be great. Almost like taking a railroad straight there. All paths lead to the Wandering Emporium.
Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how I didn't... I mean, okay, I kind of had that idea. Like, all my notes say Wandering Emporium somewhere. I guess I didn't really click until right now. Because I was like, okay, we're trying to be like, somewhere. It's trying to funnel us somewhere. Where is it trying to funnel us to? Okay. This is like the fourth person who said Wandering Emporium, so I guess... yes, actually, we have some other business at the Wandering Emporium. We were actually looking for someone who could direct us there. So we would certainly be willing to assist you with that. How much do they charge for an appointment? Are we talking like a soul coin, just one?
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And that's her and me both saying that.
I say, okay, well, I mean, more than one soul coin would be quite a lot to ask. But I would certainly be willing to part with at least one soul coin and to make the appointment for you and go there and come back and watch your house. All for the chance, nay, the blessing of you using our infernal blood that we get to locate someone. Yeah, sure. So you did say that aside.
Only one soul, so a soul coin, or... I'm sure that Mahadi would be glad to accept your soul for payment as well.
Oh, yeah.
But probably the soul coin would be cheaper if you have those available.
Cheaper.
It's a good deal, though. It comes with a full meal and full day at the spa. You guys might even want to pick one up for yourselves while you're there.
For just the cost of
You're
our soul.
probably right.
Yeah, for just the cost of a soul. It's a good spa. It's a good meal. The massages are full body.
It's very soul soothing, but not your soul because you won't have one.
No,
but your soul will be soothed. Okay, yeah, I mean, absolutely, we can look into that for you. Is there any information we need from you to give to them, or do we just get an appointment time, or how does that work? Will they tell us when we get there how that works?
As you're speaking to her, she walks across the room and pours herself a drink, like casually, and you see a bowl sitting there on the counter, and she reaches into the bowl and pulls out a large slug, and that has a human face on it, and the human face is twisted in like terror and agony, but it doesn't speak or scream. It just kind of like groans and mumbles, and she looks at it and drops it back in the bowl, and she looks back over at you and she says, "I'm sorry, what did you ask again? I was playing with my larva."
Oh, cute little guy. I forgot what I was asking, Raxlor says. And then he says, I was asking you, actually, I did forget. I was using that to kill time so I could remember, but I did forget.
Sorry, I had to emote the bowl of larva for you guys to ask about later.
That 100%, that's totally appropriate, because I also got distracted by the larva just like I would in person. I was asking something about the Wandering Emporium.
It sounds like you were willing to take my deal where you'd get me an appointment and then come back and watch my place for me.
Do we? I would hate to get there and then they ask us for like a name, and
oh, that's right.
we don't have the proper name. How do we let them know the appointment's for you, or is that a secret until you get there?
Yeah, so she tells you that Mahadi is very accommodating to customers and always happy to accept payment for services, so she doubts that you'll have any trouble there. And that, yeah, you can simply, and Mahadi knows her, so if you say that you're making an appointment for Red Ruth, I mean, you can make an appointment for another person anyway, but if you mention it's for her, they wouldn't think that any weird. And, yeah, it'll just cost the soul coin to make the appointment, and, yeah, pretty simple. As long as you don't, really go out of your way to piss off Mahadi, follow the rules of his Emporium and all that, should be a pretty safe venture.
Oh yeah, we're good at following rules, stuff like that. So far. Oh, this is out of character because I want to say this, but I don't really want to say this. This is just the perfect time to say it if I would. Oh, by the way, we found some real beat up shambling mounds outside. I hope those weren't yours. It looks like someone did a number on them. I don't say that, but maybe they weren't hers. They were just in the Feywild. It's fine. They just came with the place. I say, yeah, great. We'll definitely be willing to do that. And if we're able to get the material components you requested, quick side note on that: does it have to be from a slain creature, or can we ask them to drain a little bit of their blood, cut off their tail, and juice it in a bullet blender? How does that work?
She ponders your question as she picks some sores on her face, and you notice that she's kind of concentrating more on the sore than your answer. And then with a final burst of effort, the sore rips off of her face, and some yellowish green pus begins oozing down, and you see a smile of satisfaction on her face. And she says, "Oh, yes, I suppose if you could convince a pit fiend to drain a gallon of its blood, that would probably be sufficient, but good luck." Oh, hi, Zach. She says, "Good luck convincing a pit fiend to spill its blood willingly, but yes, I suppose that would work."
Okay, so it's about a gallon that you need of outsider blood?
Probably. For something with the ability of pit fiend, I would say about a gallon should do it. That's probably a little bit overkill, but that would be a good amount, I would think.
Okay. Okay. So finally, what would it take for you to locate a lesser being like a pit fiend? You said you could do that with lesser magic. What would you require from us? Is that the animal sacrifice?
Oh, that would be the rare level. So it would just take spilled blood from a creature 5 or above.
Does it have to be like blood, or are we just talking like metaphorically spilling blood by killing something?
No, your own blood. So you'd have to sacrifice 1 hit die worth of blood.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not bad. Okay, I thought you were talking about we have to like bring a blood sacrifice here to die. You're just talking about like a little.
For something common, for a minor thing, just a blood sacrifice of a small animal, so you could just kill like a little bird or a squirrel or something.
So just some of our own life force, but not like an actual killing, just the life force of a creature, power level 5 or greater. So that's us definitely.
Yep.
Okay. I say I'll definitely be willing to do that. Coming through this whole thorn bramble thing, kind of did a number on us. Do you happen to have a place we could sleep for the night and kind of regain our? Because I think that blood, like last time I gave blood, I ate the cookie and drank the apple juice, and I was out for like an hour. Do you think we could rest here after doing that?
She says if you're willing to do her favor, then she will give you shelter at her home while you bind your wounds. And she says, actually, this is something she's really been looking forward to for a while. So if you're serious about this, she has a special ritual that she can use to regenerate your spell slots.
Oh, so that means that sleeping here wouldn't be a long rest?
Well, are you trying to get a long rest for a recharge, or is it just for the hit die and spell slots?
Everything. We haven't had a long rest in so long.
But what a is there a cooldown that's on long rest?
Hit dice, War Priest, spell slots.
Well, the most she can do for you is fully recover your hit points and spell slots, but you won't get your hit dice back yet, and it won't be an official long rest.
Okay, so her place is not sufficient for. So we can sleep here, but it's not sufficient for avoiding the ills of Avernus.
Yeah, it's still pretty horrifying, but she tells you that the infernal rapture would definitely give you the sort of rest and relaxation that you seek.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd be totally happy with recovering spell slots. That is a major part.
She can do that for you. It's a big effort for her, but she's willing to do it if you're going to do her favor immediately.
Yeah. Well, that's our next place. So you could tell us where the Wandering Emporium is, like immediately, and send us there.
She says, "Oh, did you want her to heal up your stuff before you leave?"
Well, first I'm gonna cut myself and divine the location of Shumrath, and then we'll heal up, and then we'll leave.
Okay, cool. All right, so she says, excellent. She goes, well, just give me a moment. I'll divine the location right now. Now, myself being a creature of level 5, my own blood will suffice, and since this is my request, I wouldn't ask you to spill your own blood, so give me just a moment. And she pulls out a dagger, and she slices her palm, and this thick black blood just comes oozing out, and she squeezes her hand on the blade as the blood drops onto the ground. Then she crouches down onto her knees with her hands on the dirt as she peers closely at the blood, studying the trickle as it runs through the dirt, forming patterns. She looks at the various patterns, and then she stands up and gestures over it, and suddenly a bubble of hologram appears in the air, and you see what looks like the plains of Avernus. And marching through the plains is a caravan of large war machines, huge war machines, like your biggest one, but a whole convoy of them. And but they look different from yours, cobbled together out of their own pieces, but you see that some of them are shooting spouts of fire and others are spewing some sort of black liquid, which your war machines are not capable of. It looks like a circus convoy, like a bunch of like tents and things packed in onto the machines. You watch in the illusion as the convoy forms a half circle and comes to a stop, and then all manner of creatures begin unloading from the vehicle and pounding stakes into the ground as they hoist up the location. And she says, this is wonderful. It looks like they've just wandered to a new location. This is the perfect time. They should be there for a little while. And then she says, I'm sure you have a map of this place. You couldn't have survived without one, so if you'll pass it to me, I will mark the current location of the Wandering Emporium. It is only about half a day's travel from here. Shouldn't be hard to get to at all.
I have the map, and I step up and hand it over. And I comment, by the way, I love your raven in the back. He looks very polite.
She says, yes, he is... Oh, crap, I don't know his name. No.
Oh, no!
Random Raven name generator.
Damn it.
Brandon Lee.
Why did I not put a name? She says, yes, this is...
The scrum?
Brandon Lee.
Oh, yes, Edgar. Oh, Brandon Lee, that's pretty good. Brandon Lee, what was his name in the movie? That's a crow, though, not a
I don't
raven.
remember.
It's going to be
It's a
Edgar.
crow?
It's going to be Edgar. No, it's a raven. It's going to be Edgar. Sorry, because I already thought of it. She says, oh, yes, Edgar. He serves as a mount for me whenever I need to travel. In fact, that's how I'll travel to the Wandering Emporium.
Wow.
Yes, ravens are very intelligent, you know.
Just, yeah, I mean, I would know. I would know.
Oh, by the way, she mentioned that she became an auntie when she corrupted the bone brambles. Auntie is like a tier of night hag. Prestigious night hags are aunties.
Aw.
Mad Maggie is an auntie too, but not every single night hag is an auntie. So she is. So she's tenured or whatever. Okay, she grabs your map and she marks the location, and you can see that is conveniently not far from here. So,
Yippee!
now you guys did use up your soul coin energy getting here, but another coin should be plenty to get to the Emporium and back.
Oh yeah, plenty. How long do they last? I forgot.
They last for a day, and it's half a day away from here. So
Okay, so it'd be 2 coins because we got all the machines.
yeah, you could travel there and then long rest and get back on the same soul coin. But yeah, you'd have to do 2 unless you leave one of the machines.
Let me ask her. Does she have a place we don't have can the big one fit all of us, our whole party?
Every NPC, I don't think so. It holds 8.
We have 3 of us: Shora, Jibs, Lulu. That would fit all of us. The big one.
Okay.
I ask her if she has a place to. I say we have several vehicles, but since the place is so close and we'll be returning immediately, would she be willing to watch one of our vehicles for us and make sure that nothing happens to it? Is there a place we can store it, like in the brambles, covered up?
She asks how big it is. What kind of machine?
The medium one.
She says, oh, yeah, I suppose I could fit that in here for you if you can squeeze it in here. It might take some effort, but I have a place I could hide it for you.
Okay. That would be very, very grateful of. Yeah, that would be good. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, that way, worst case is, oh no, we lose the medium. We'll take the bike with us. Worst case, we lose the medium machine. I'd like to have it for vehicle battles, but if we can't trust a night hag, who can we trust?
Ooh.
So, and plus we'll have leverage if she loses our machine. We'll be like, you lost our machine. What are you gonna do for us in return or whatever? So that way we only have to spend 1 soul coin. We can go there and come back with our whole party. I ask her, does she have any? We just tell her we're a bit parched. Does she have any water sources that we could fill up our drinks at before we head out?
She does. She has clean water that she offers you, and then you can also fill up your water skins so that you'll have more to bring with you.
Great. Okay. So, does she have any containers we can use to bring water? Does she have any barrels for sale?
No.
Damn. And why does everyone only have fucking 1 water skin? That doesn't make sense that a water skin's a half a day's worth. Everyone has to carry 2 water skins. I guess that assumes you're getting fresh water. You'd only be without water for half a day.
Yeah, you'd have to find a water source once a day, basically. Because you can fill it up if you could fill up a whole gallon, then 1 water source could technically last you 2 days. Because you drink 1 day's worth and then hold it for the next one. So I think that's my thought.
It's just to last you in between water sources, because it's like you can't go a
Yeah.
whole day without drinking, but you can go a half a day without drinking with the water skin. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so we'd like to do that. I think that's pretty much everything. So she's gonna allow us a little bit of rest here, recover our spell slots, recover our hit points. Oh, can we do the ritual to? I look at her and I say, that kind of looks like it hurt. Is there a less painful way to get the blood? Because I think that's gonna be. Actually, you know what? Zoe, you're really good at like rituals and stuff, right? We should use your blood.
No, thank you.
Okay, how about we draw straws? Because someone's blood has to be used. This is just roleplay anyway. We're all going to heal the full. How about we draw straws? And short straw gets the blood.
Fine.
Raxlor says,
Okay.
do you have any pieces of straw or a broom or something I could use?
Broom?
I don't know, something to get pieces of straw.
Wait. Oh, you're drawing straws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. She breaks you off 3 even length straws.
All right, I take the 3 even length straws and I snap one in half so it's shorter than the other ones, and I shuffle them up and I hold them in my hands, and I hold one up for the party to take, and I say, well, who's going first? How do you want to determine drawing straws?
Well, I guess I should roll a d6. 1 to 2 is Zoe. 3 and 4 is Raxlor. 5 and
Should we get to pick our 2 numbers?
No, you should. It should be the order that you select. So whoever picks first gets 1 and 2. Whoever picks second gets 3 and 4, and then the last.
I want to go first.
Okay, so Raxlor will be last because he'll be the last one holding the remaining one. And so Zoe jumps up to grab the first one.
All right, and
Heck
you
yeah.
grab it, and you get the long straw.
Raxlor
Yes.
grits his teeth as Zoe breathes a sigh of relief. He holds it up to Scree and motions to Scree and says, well, it's you or me. Leave it up to fate.
Oh. I pull a straw.
And it's the short one.
Oh.
Ooh, tough luck. That's
Well-
all right. I hear birds heal their skin wounds a lot quicker or something.
Pretty sure they don't feel pain as strongly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I turn to Red Ruth and I say, well, it looks like we've chosen who the sacrifice will be. Could you locate a pit fiend named Shumrath for us using this one's blood?
She says, oh, yes. Oh, how interesting that you already have something in mind. That's crazy. You're just walking around with the name of a pit fiend. She says, I was going to make a couple of suggestions for you, but since you already know one, then certainly.
I mean, if you know any weaker ones that would still qualify, I'd be down, but...
Well, not weaker per se. The other ones that I'm aware of is I have heard rumors of a powerful outsider, although it's a good aligned outsider.
That one.
It's a celestial known as an Empyrean or Titan. She says, if there's a powerful outsider you need, I've heard rumors of a Titan trapped in Avernus. I don't know their full story, but I do know the name is supposedly Uldrak. You see, the sword and helmet of a Titan exists, although nothing is known about the owner. I can divine this location as a starting point. Just a warning, though, a celestial trapped down here like that has likely gone quite mad.
Ah, okay. Well...
Also, besides that, I've heard a rumor of a Balor demon. So, Balrog, essentially. So, it's the demon version of Pet Fiend. I've heard of one trapped somewhere, but I don't know the name. Trapped near an obelisk, but I don't know what their name would be, so I can't divine them. But if you're able to find out the name of this rumored demon trapped in an obelisk, I could find them. Uldrak I could find for you, or this other one, Shumrath, you mentioned. So I could divine the location of Shumrath, or the last known location of Uldrak, or if you find the name of the demon, I could locate it for you. Now, I mean, besides that, it's not very uncommon knowledge that the great dragon paladin Archon the Cruel, he carries a vial of Tiamat's blood in a reliquary around his neck, but you'd have to convince him to part with it, which may not be easy.
Yeah.
Since I know his name, I could also direct you to Archon's tower.
How many of these rituals can you do in a day?
As many as you got blood for.
So, okay, Scree, we've already determined that Scree is going to be sacrificing their blood. That was the drawing straws. I've got 2 hands. Could you also give me the location of Uldrak and Archon? Because I'm interested in both of them also.
All I can do is picture the first season of Disenchanted and Elfo in the cage getting drained of blood.
Oh, I have to watch that. I still haven't watched it. It's on Netflix. I barely ever load
Yes.
Netflix, so I forget the stuff that's on there.
Oh, and it's so good.
I say I've lost enough of my blood in this place. What's a couple more pints?
Okay, so which one would you like to do first?
I mean, let's do it in order of who we know. So let's do Shumrath first. I wanna see Scree.
All right,
lose that blood.
All right, Scree. Mad Maggie hands you the dagger that she used to cut her hand, and says, "Here you go, sweetie. Bleed into the dirt and make sure you get a nice clear puddle so I can read the trickles."
Okay. I do not really know how to describe this part besides I just cut myself.
Well, that's happening.
Ooh,
Raxor is making like wincing noises.
You just got reported by Facebook.
Rip.
Scree cringes as he cuts into his winged hand, and some ruby red drops spill onto the ground. And Red Ruth waves her hands in the air as she whispers the name Shumrath repeatedly, and a hazy bubble appears floating above, and she peers into it, and she says, "Ah, yes, Shumrath, a pit fiend. Appropriately, he is currently in a pit where he is being held prisoner. Interesting. I would be worried on what sort of powerful magic is holding a pit fiend prisoner." And her eyes roll back in her head to be pure white, and she begins scribbling her hand in the air. And Scree realizes that she needs the map, so he hands her the map, and she does auto-writing and marks on the map the location of the pit of Shumrath, and hands it back to you.
Hooray! Ow, ow. Ow.
Don't bleed on the map.
I'm not holding the map with my bleeding hand.
She says, "There you go. Good luck. Good luck visiting the pit fiend. Maybe if you come back alive with his blood, then I will complete my service for you. After Infernal Rapture, of course. But you guys have already committed to that. So."
Did Scree take any damage from that?
Yes, Scree, roll a D. No, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, roll your own damage. All right, you take this much damage. 10 hit points.
Jesus.
That was the max.
Down to
Raxor
26.
Raxor touches you on the shoulder as your hand knits itself back together. You heal 8 hit points.
Oh?
Oh, because you're getting your slots back.
Yeah, I might as well burn him. He says, "I appreciate your sacrifice, friend." That's
Thank
good
you.
to show that you have the dedication to the party.
Have we actually gotten our slots back yet?
Not yet.
That's why I'm spending them.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I've got a couple left, and we're about to regain them all, so I'm using mine up. I've got 1 left. Which, speaking of which, I hold out my hands and I say, "I don't think it's going to be very easy to cut both hands, but I'll try." And I motion Scree to give me the knife, and I say, "You ready for the next one, Ruth?"
Yeah, and by the way, you saw a little bit of a hazy vision of the Shumrath pit, and you saw a very deep canyon with a large cage hanging over it from a bent iron crane. with a
Okay.
river and a river of slime below. You can't make out much more than that, but there is a canyon with a lake of green slime and an iron cage hanging over it.
Okay. Over the canyon. Is that what the pit would be?
She says that that Shumrath is currently being held prisoner at the pit of Shumrath. And what you're able to see yourself by looking into the crystal ball is you see a canyon with a green lake underneath it and a large iron cage hanging over the lake.
But we don't see anything in the cage, or can we?
Nah, not from.
Okay.
You can't see any more detail than that.
Okay.
But
It's not that there's nothing in the cage. It's just that we can't determine if there is anything in the cage from our vision.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, it's not like a zoom in. You're just able to kind of see the hazy image of a cage hanging over a canyon.
All right, and then I say, that's good. Thank you for marking that on the map. Now let's see about that mad celestial. And Raxlor cuts into his hand, and he picks out He cuts out some of the thorns that have been stuck as slivers in his fur as he does it, kind of like two birds, one stone, and squeezes his hand, his already blood-soaked hand, as the blood builds up and drips down into the dirt.
And you take 8 points of damage.
Oh.
I'm rolling max so far. And she performs a ritual similar to before as she says the name Uldrak. And you see the image of a large sword stabbed into the earth of Avernus, and next to it is a giant helmet. And she marks the location on your map.
Okay.
And she marks it as Uldrak's grave.
Uldrak's grave. Okay. I say, that one seems very cryptic, but we might have to check it out. And finally, a name that I've heard more times than I would like. It seems to be popping up quite frequently. Archon, also known as Archon the Cruel. You said you could divine his location? I thought he was a little bit greater than a pit fiend. Is he about that same level?
How strong is he? So she's going to answer that question, but he's not as powerful as a pit fiend.
Okay.
He's weak.
Well, I mean,
that. But
I'm expressing surprise that he's on the level of location that a pit fiend would be.
Yeah, because he's not really like hidden. I mean, it's not common knowledge where his tower is. It's not like there's signs pointing the way. But he's got a big giant tower near the prison of Vishen. I mean, Vishen. Ha! Vishen, yes. EverQuest.
Yeah.
Tiamat. The D&D Vishen. But Vishen only has one head, so it's not copyright. Yeah, so he's very powerful. He approaches the power of a pit fiend, but I just standard blood will be fine because he's not especially difficult to find. The reason she needs the powerful blood is for Olanthius, because he's like a creature of legend that no one even it's not even common knowledge if he's alive still.
Yeah.
But she knows about his undeath and is able to locate him.
Okay. Well, after she marks that one for Uldrak's grave, Raxlor takes the knife and he starts to put it in his cut hand, and he can't really grip it hard. His hand's kind of shaking and he can't grip it, so he takes it in his first hand. He says, fuck it, and he gashes an X in his hand, going the other way. And the skin flaps on the middle kind of peel up, where it's like, when you cut, anyway. And he squeezes it, and he winces as he squeezes it, and his hand is shaking from the blood loss. How much damage is that one?
Of 4 damage.
Immediately after he takes the damage, he casts Cure Light Wounds, or Cure Light Wounds. Cure EverQuest. He casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level on himself, as the wound knits itself back together. Ooh, almost max 2.
All right, and now the 4th pool of blood grows on the ground as Ruth studies it, and she marks your map for the Tower of Archon the Cruel, and she warns you to make sure that you've got something to offer before you approach, because he doesn't like to have his time wasted. And she has no idea how you could possibly convince him to give up something as valuable as blood of Tiamat that he carries, but if you're able to really get on his good side and trade something of incredible importance, perhaps he would part with it.
Okay, well, good to know. It's just good to know where, where people are. So thank you for that information, and I think that's it. So we'll try to get your. Does anyone else have anything they were on the agenda for that?
Raven. I want to look at Raven. I want to pet it. I know it's not like particularly important. I just want to do it.
I say, can we pet the Raven?
She furrows her brow and says, no, he's not a pet. And then Edgar looks at you and squawks.
I shrug at Scree. Sorry.
I sigh. It's okay.
He's a powerful companion, and I would never let him part my side. However, because you're performing such a great task for me, if you'd like, I would send along with you some of my helpers. And she gestures towards her quicklings and says, yes, I believe that I could part with 3 of them. They follow my every command, so if I order them to assist you, then certainly they will do so.
That would be amazing.
How many spots do we have in our vehicle? 8. Okay, I was just doing the math, rough math earlier, but I might have to. Calculate. We've got 8.
They're tiny, so 3 of them could fit in one slot on your war machine. Actually, your war machine, people can grab onto it, not being in a seat, so it would not be a problem. You could just have them grabbing onto the machine if you wanted. So definitely not a problem there.
I thank Red Ruth for her offer, and I say. I lower my voice so it's not to let them overhear as much anyway, and I say, we appreciate the offer. They would certainly be, it'd certainly be great to have them accompanying us in this dangerous place, but we haven't exactly had the best luck regarding safety here. I couldn't promise their safe return. How would that change your offer any?
She says, I would trust them to look after themselves. They're pretty good at escaping if they really needed to, but they're also not really afraid of dying, and I've got 7 of them. I can always bring more.
Okay. What do you guys think? You're okay with having some of Red Ruth's spies with us? I mean, companions.
Maybe both.
I'd rather have more people than less, but
yeah, I'm okay with it.
You're building up you're building up a crew after all. I mean, this is temporary, but maybe if you make her happy enough, then you get permanent quicklings with you guys.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I say, yeah, for sure. So after we've rested for a little bit, performed the ritual to regain our vitality and magic, we'll be on the way to make you that appointment and get you the long-deserved bath you need. How many centuries has it been?
She says, I wish it was that short. Centuries, I wish.
Nice.
No, she's on James Hansberger level.
Oh.
It's the point where the water would dissolve her skin like cotton candy.
She has to be dry clean.
She summons forth 3 of the quicklings, and it's the red, green, and blue ones that answer the door. And she calls them Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and asks them to accompany you. And I can't remember which is which color, but whatever colors match up to the ducks, that's what colors match up to them.
Dance. Woo.
And then she says, she says one more thing, and she looks over at an empty chair, and she gestures her hand magically in the air, and a small boy is sitting in the chair. And he's dressed in tatters, and he's kind of hunched over and not looking very happy. And then she says, "This is my ward, Gwydion. I would bid that he accompany you as well, and I would ask that you take care to make sure that he is returned safely, as he is quite important to me. However, I think this is important for him as to grow and to learn how to be a proper slave, for him to follow you along and learn from you, and it would be his first adventure outside of the hovel, and I think he would enjoy it very much. Wouldn't you, Gwydion? And then he snaps his head up and looks at her, and he looks kind of scared, but then his face softens, and then he smiles, and he looks at you guys and says, yeah, sure, guys. I'd be more than happy to accompany you on your journey.
I look back at Red Ruth and I say, oh, I don't know. He seems awful comfy here. Is this a requirement of the task, or is this just asking like an additional favor, or is this like, are you changing the deal?
She says, hold on, let me.
Again, I could promise a safe return.
Oh, okay. No, actually, okay, sorry. I just said that she wanted you to protect him. That's not true. So she says that he will accompany you as a trust. If he lives, then she trusts you. If he dies, then not a big deal. So she's not as worried if he dies, but if you can keep him alive and bring him back, then he can like attest to the fact that you got her an appointment, and also the fact that you left with him and brought him back. It's kind of like a reverse hostage situation. If she sends him with you and you keep him alive, then she's going to trust you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have to, but it would be a good way to quickly get on her good side.
She basically insists that he's going to go.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if you're doing her a favor, like, who is she? Like, you come back and say, okay, got your appointment. Do you want it or not? But the quicklings she's offering for assistance, and they're like fighters. For Gwydion, it's more of a personal request, but it's very important to her. And he seems okay with it. I mean, he seems a little off, but he's willing to do it. In fact, looking at you guys, kind of seems maybe like a respite. It's like, oh, okay, I have to leave this gory hovel and join these adventurers. Wow, this doesn't seem like the worst thing.
I say,
oh, but Mother Ruth, whatever will I do without you?
He hops up and says, I'll go pack me bag, Auntie. And he walks over and pulls some crap from under a lump of straw and begins packing his belongings together for travel.
I say, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, we think we've got an extra slot on our war machine to travel across hell.
His eyes light up, and he says, ooh, that sounds like ever so much fun.
And then I say, so you said safe return. That means like alive, right?
She says, if he returns alive, then I know that I can trust you.
But just alive is the bare minimum, right? Like that's, I mean, nothing else specific.
I mean, he should be he should have
same number of limbs.
At least 60% of his corpse should be alive.
A living body.
You said corpse again.
Yeah.
Okay. Corpus.
There you go.
60% of a living body is required.
Okay. I mean, what if something if he gets his foot caught or something, and we don't have time to wait.
60%.
Okay, cool. Or if he mouths off, smack him in the face.
She goes, oh yeah, in fact, feel free to remove a finger if you need to. And then she gestures and says, Gwydion, and he holds up a hand, and it's missing his middle finger and pinky finger.
Oh.
I say, okay, just good to know. You never know when something like that needs to be done. So just wanted to make sure we had that express consent. Okay, yeah. So if we can get rested up here, get some water, fill our skins, recover our hit points and spell slots, then we'll be off. How long would that ritual take? Is this like a 30-minute thing, or are we going to be here a while?
Oh, yeah, she says not... well, you guys you're doing a long rest here, aren't you?
Oh, should we actually long rest? Also, we haven't been adventuring that long. It was like 7 a.m. when we got here.
Oh, do you need to heal? Well, so she'll heal your spell slots, and if you want to stay for the day and heal up your wounds, you can heal your hit points with no hit dice. If your hit points are good after you do your slots, then you can head off.
But so it's like a partial long rest?
If you stay here for the day, I mean, day and night doesn't really exist that much. If you stay here for the day, she can heal your hit points.
We do still have to long rest, spend the time for a long rest. but we're not getting our hit dice back. We're only getting our hit points and our spell slots. We have to spend the full long rest time still.
I mean, time is not really that of a big deal. So let's just say that she could do a 1 hour ritual to make a super short rest, where it's a short rest where you guys also recover spell slots and hit points, and that includes
so an hour.
Yeah, an hour, and she's providing like poultices and herbs and potions and whatever things are necessary to get you guys to full hit points, as well as perform a powerful summoning of magic to imbue you guys with spell slots. So you'll get back full hit points and full spell slots before you travel to the Wandering Emporium.
I say that sounds good. We do have some other allies that we've kind of left outside for the last half hour.
That's right. That's why you're asking. Yeah.
Is it cool if we bring them in here while we do that and let them recover a little bit? Okay. Oh,
I have to AFK real quick. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Should we leave? What do you guys think? Should we leave someone watch? Oh, let's leave the elemental watching the machines because he's good for an hour. So tell him for the hour, watch the machines. Make sure no one protect these machines, and then at the end of the hour, he'll disappear into thin air right as we're going to get in the machines. Perfect. We just made the use for the elemental.
Yippee!
When he gets back, of course. And then I'm guessing that's probably where we're going to wrap up.
Okay, sorry, back.
So, we're going to go back through the maze and get our friends. And when we get there, we're going to ask the Earth Elemental to watch the machines for the hour that he is around, which is also coincidentally the length of time the ritual takes. So he'll be just vanishing right as we go to get into the machines.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, yeah, and we don't have to deal with all that at the granular level. So basically that's what happens, and then that's how we'll start next time with you guys. You can use the soul coins, you can take the vehicle, and during that time you have your party help you drag the vehicles in here so that you can have the Tormentor safe with her, and the Devil's Ride. Are you leaving both of them here and then just taking the big one?
We'll take the Devil's Ride because it can be strapped on the outside safely without taking up extra space. So we're only risking leaving one machine, and we're packing in the big one like a bus.
Awesome. And is there anything else that you'd like to ask Red Ruth about before you get your stuff together to start departing?
We can ask her stuff when we get back too, but does anyone have anything specific they want to ask now while we're here?
I do not.
You don't want to ask her about any of your lore stuff before we go to the carnival? Because we're going to the carnival
I'll ask
next.
her.
We going to the carnival.
Well, we're going to the carnival next, which is kind of the next location. So
Carnival.
we're not gonna go straight there and straight back. We're probably gonna go there and do a couple of sessions at the carnival. So this would be a good time to clarify any information because your quest, I'm pretty sure, is.
Yeah, there's stuff that I need to ask, but I can't find it on my character sheet. I wrote it in a notepad somewhere.
Okay. Could we say maybe that he asks her about stuff related to his quest and then resolve that later?
She offers to tell your fortune by reading your palm. When you ask her,
why not?
You ask her a vaguely non-specific question about your destiny, and she goes, "Well, I can do a palm reading and tell you if I have any recommendations." I'll
do that.
Okay. She reads your palm and says, "I see something about a book. What is this book that I'm seeing?"
It's called the Scrivener's. It's the Scrivener's book. That's all I know about it. It might be cursed, and I have a choice of whether or not to destroy it or continue pursuing these dreams I've been having, this ritual.
So basically, from the information that your character remembers, are you sharing that honestly with her and just telling her what's the situation, basically?
I was going to.
Okay.
But now I'm not so sure.
I mean, it's always an option to tell the truth or lie.
Yes, but I don't know what I would lie to say or why I would lie, so.
Okay, so you describe the book and how you found it back in the material plane. You mentioned that the few run-ins that you've had with it. You mentioned the barkeep that told you to destroy it. You mentioned the dragon cult that was quite interested in it. You mentioned the mushroom rituals and the visions. You mentioned how a fairy of some sort, a sprite, I think it was, pixie, handed you a unicorn horn, and that that in your dreams, the visions that you had, one of them was telling you to free a fae trapped in the book, and another was telling you to free a fae trapped in a palace. So as you share all that information, she tells you that she says, well, I am quite the expert with things regarding the fae. Both the Seelie and Unseelie courts revile us hags, but find us useful, and I find knowledge of them useful as well. From what you tell me, it seems like the fae trapped in the book is Unseelie, and the fae trapped in the palace is Seelie. But I feel like there's something that I'm not seeing here. You show her the horn, I'm assuming. Are you showing her the horn that she told you that you have? Or that you told her you was present? She examines the horn and says, "This is quite a powerful artifact. This comes from a unicorn horn. I'm sure that the magic of this horn, you could use it to free the fae that's trapped in the palace, the good one, assuming that's what you want to do."
Is that one the Seelie or the non-Seelie?
The Seelie. Seelie is good, Unseelie is bad. Seelie is Titania, and Unseelie is Morgan. Morgan, whatever her name is. The Queen of Air and Darkness. What is her name?
I was writing it down for my notes.
Zablina.
Sorry.
Queen of Air and Darkness. Mab. I think it's Mab. I didn't Google that, but I'm pretty sure it's Queen Mab. Queen Mab is Unseelie.
Really, Queen Mab.
Zablina is the name of the fae trapped in the palace. So Red Ruth believes that she is a good aligned fae, which would be opposition to Mab. Zoe, roll a knowledge check. If you're are you proficient in any knowledge? I don't think so.
You said the one in the palace was named Zablina?
Yes.
Okay, just trying to make sure.
And roll a knowledge check to see if anything pops in your head.
Either wisdom or int.
Knowledge checks are intelligence, so it'd be an intelligence check. Do you have any proficiencies in knowledge that might be appropriate, like maybe Arcana? You have anything? History?
Actually, oh God, Arcana, yeah, I have +2.
You are?
History,
okay, if you're proficient...
I have, yeah.
If you're proficient in Arcana, that would work, so you can roll it with your Arcana proficiency. So make an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I swear, I really thought it was going to roll low.
Cool, that really balances out your ones. Okay, you unlock the secret knowledge that Zablina is another name for Tasha. And that was a DC 20. So you rolled a natural 20, and that was the only way you would get this information. So now you're aware of the secret knowledge that Tasha herself is trapped in this palace. and the book is telling you to destroy her. So you now know that the book is an enemy of Tasha, which is not too surprising considering that you were told that Natasha the Black that you met at Bad Maggie's Fort is in fact Tasha, and Tasha told you to destroy the book. Although it's strange because if you met Tasha, how would she be trapped in a palace? But the Natasha that you met said that she was a clone of Baba Yaga's daughter, but then Landervold, the Arcanoloth, told you that it was in fact Tasha. So there you got a little bit of conflicting information there.
I also have written here somewhere, I think it was the one in the book that told you when it came to the vision, and it said that Zablina is really Queen Mab. So, like, the one trapped in the palace who claims is Zablina might actually be Queen Mab.
I don't remember where you got that information, but your knowledge check, you are able to remember that Zablina is an old name that's used for Tasha.
Okay.
So in other words, you just basically falsified that other piece of information you got.
Okay.
She could have been Mab or Tasha, and that was the really difficult part, because probably you'd want to help the good one and not the bad one. And you had a false lead that she was the bad one, but now in fact you find that she is the good one, so the book is not to be trusted. I mean, from the information that you just got, that Zach just got from the knowledge check, which is a DC 20, so I mean, probably more. Probably more trustworthy than some of the you've gotten various bits of information.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that was. I think that's why it was the source of that information was important. I'm pretty sure that was like during a vision of something.
Yeah, I think it was one of the book visions.
So I'm saying the book that was giving you that vision said, "Oh, Zablina trapped in the palace is really Queen Mab," but actually the book is Queen Mab. It's lying to you and telling you that she's the bad one. Yeah, so I mean, if we want an evil fae on our side, we've already got Balrog. But, I mean...
And you do now have, if you could find a way to travel to the palace, which all you know is that there's a palace, you may know the name, I don't remember if you know that, or the location, but... Wait,
Heart's
no, you...
Desire.
Yeah,
Palace of Heart's Desire.
And I did have my notes on my character sheet, I just couldn't find them, by the way.
Oh, great. Great, and since you have that information recall, then I'll you also know that its location is in Prismere, which is in a part of the Feywild. So you need to find a way to travel to the Feywild. And she tells you that she doesn't have any ideas about that. I mean, she can do really powerful Feywild rituals, but it looks like you're looking for something really specific. And she suggests Mahadi. She says the Wandering Emporium basically has everything, and she goes,
"Yeah,
but you have some really good, solid information about that. It will help you decide on what you need to do. Zablina is a good fae. Just to be clear, Tasha is evil. But if you're talking about, that's why it's not. See, there's no good and evil fae. There's Seelie and unseelie fae. I guess really the fae are all kind of evil, but there's just the good, happy, sunshiny, what is his name from Midsummer Night's Dream? Algernon?
No idea.
Oh my god, what is his name? Puck? Is it Puck? Yeah, there's like Puck, and then there's the crones, right? There's like Seelie and unseelie. Anyway. So that's a pretty strong lead for you.
Okay. Good, I'm glad we asked.
Me too.
And now it sounds like all paths lead to the Wandering Emporium. So we ask her to put us up for the night. And did anyone else have anything? I'm guessing not. If we're good.
Nope.
Raxlor would like to ask her very quickly, since everyone here is tired and ready to have a long night's sleep. And also the characters are probably tired too. But does she know anything about a lost Eden garden in Avernus?
Thank you for asking. She tells you... God damn it, what does she tell you? I might have to follow up with that next time.
I would say you can follow up with that next time. She gives me some information. We can process our... Actually, I guess we can do the rest next time too, or...
Yeah. Whatever. So let's stop here. She does know about Eden, In fact, she tells you that that's where the unicorn horn came from. The one that Zoe has linked together. And she tells you some really interesting information about Eden, why you should go there, what you'll find there, and how you can locate it. But I need a week to make sure I give you the right information. I think I have all that saved in a different document, and I need to make sure of what Ruth can tell you as opposed to what you find out later. But just so you know, you're going to do Zach's first and then yours.
Yeah. I mean, mine was just, I'm like, while we're here talking about Faye and stuff, I might as well ask her, because we're going to be at the, I'm assuming we're going to be at the Emporium for a little while, so.
Yep. Well,
I forget to ask.
Definitely a major location. You'll be able to get a real long rest there when you stay at Infernal Rapture. And plus you have, it will be the safest location. I mean, assuming that you, that your host, stays pleased with you. Then it's like the safest location you've been. It's literally like an oasis in this hellish place. And there's tons of potential information and opportunities there. So you can go there to get the Red Ruth thing going, but also it'll help you decide what to do next. You've got locations marked for where you can go to get blood and stuff, but you might get more information that'll help you decide, because any location you go to is going to be like a whole section of the chapter. So it's not like you're just going to want to check them all real quick. The order that you go in is going to be really important, because if you succeed in one, then you might not need to do the other one.
Yeah.
And then also when you get, assuming that you get blood, you have to decide whether you want Ruth to help you or Mordenkainen to help you.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, I would really like to get all the information we have from her, and then probably once we get the blood, we can go back to Mordenkainen. We'll see. Depends on what my alignment is at that point.
I think that Mordenkainen only offered to lead you to Bell. I'm pretty sure that he said that he wasn't really familiar enough with Haruman or Olanthius to get their location.
He was pretty useless.
But Ruth can divine based on a name, so in theory, she should be able to get any of the three.
Well, we'll probably end up going. I mean, we could collect a couple servings of blood.
That's a possibility too.
Depends on how good we do.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll end it here since it's getting really late. And I don't want to. Any other information you get would not be helpful at this point, because no one's gonna remember it. So we'll wrap it up here. And thanks guys for playing. And when we do next one, we'll do the rest so you guys can heal up. You'll gain 4 new people in your party. Or I should say motorcycle gang, which is fastly growing. And then next time you are traveling to the Wandering Emporium, which is pretty close, so maybe you'll get there without any other major combat. Cool. All right. Anything else before I end the stream?
Nope.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, I just started to crash here at the end.
Oh, no problem. It's almost
Sorry.
midnight, so that's a pretty good session. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye. I'll see you next time.